Um, so um, after this arena event, um, most of the city is fairly quiet. Something rare. Like there's no monsters to fight, no townsfolk to save, or quests to venture out on. Um, and you guys decide to pass the time with something fun and lighthearted. Uh, can't remember those of you that weren't suggested by the guildmaster. Um, don't remember who suggested the dueling night, but you got that. That's where you guys were at. Um, this place is a premier establishment for food, drinks, and entertainment, and has long been a staple of the city. Built almost a century ago, and renovated like over and over since. It sits out over there next to the arena, in the right in between the artisan and merchant districts. What might otherwise be a large yet unassuming building stands out amongst its neighbors due to the giant knight statue that adorns the front steps and the numerous banners and magical lights that run from eve to eve. Every night, adventurers, families, and travelers from all over line up for a table or to experience the thrills of the Fungeon, the magical obstacle course built beneath the establishment. Unique in its construction, the Fungeon is designed to offer thrills and near death experiences without any actual danger. Anyone who falls victim to one of its many traps or puzzles is rescued at the last moment from instant death and teleported safely back to the entrance. One of the main attractions for the diners are these giant magical mirrors that sit in front of your table, and they showcase the progress and the experience that whoever is currently running the course is going through. In between runs, live stage shows are performed to keep the crowds energetic, lively, and just keep everybody, young and old, all entertained. Um, as you guys are all arriving at the establishment, there's this large crowd outside. Um, the town guards are presented amongst the entrance, uh, and there's also like groups of people from the church out there, like healing random people um, amongst the crowd. Um, what do you guys do?
What are they cheering at?
They are not cheering at anything. There's just this large crowd outside of this place that you guys were all like, we're gonna go we're gonna go check this out. Like,
Oh, I'm
um,
gonna just walk to the nearest, probably the tallest person I can see, and ask him what's going on.
yeah, you come up to this seems to be a normal commoner. He's just really tall. He's like, well, I don't know. Me and my family, we was looking to go in here tonight, grab a bite to eat. It seems this massive crowd is here. I see some staff is outside. Like that fine little lady over there. She served us dinner last week. So I'm not really sure quite what is going on exactly. I heard rumor that somewhere during one of the stage shows, one of the mechanical performers went berserk and started attacking people in the audience. Nothing I've ever seen here before, though.
Hmm, that's definitely something to be worried about. I hope it has nothing happened recently. Um, do I see a path through the people or no?
I mean, you could surely make your way forward if you want. Yeah, it's not like
a huge, huge
Yeah,
crowd.
1969. Whatever that concert was.
Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock. That yeah, I was
I
drawing a
was about
blank
to go
there.
Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock. It's not no Woodstock. You can make it to the front for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to make it to the front without it stepping on any feet.
Yeah.
Pissing anybody off.
No, you can definitely make your way forward. You come up to the door of the Fungeon. Go ahead, roll me perception. Okay. Um, you see the guards in front of the door. Um, also, like there's you see a guard off to the side, speaking to a man in red, and he comes walking back up. Um, Riven and Chimmery, you guys have been there a little bit longer than everybody else. Um, you guys know that this man, his name is Reginald, and he is the owner of the establishment. And he's offering a reward for anybody that is brave enough to go inside and try to fix it. And you guys have thought like, well, I mean, I'm brave enough to go in there and fix it, but I'm not really going to do it by myself.
Oh,
Um,
I'm assuming one of the machines went haywire then.
uh, well, maybe. But yeah, you guys have already spoken with Reginald, and are kind of like, like I'll go in there. Do you want to go in there? Like I'll go in there, but I think we need more than just the two of us. So you guys are kind of waiting around to like see if there's this group that's gonna
Okay,
show up.
Shimmery is definitely not waiting around. He's got like a notebook out because he's from the academy and he was told to go find Ingressus Academy to work as a work visa while he was there so he could pay for his schooling. So
Ingressus
he was told to
Academy
go.
is the school that you go to. It's it's not the guild.
Yeah, no, I was saying he's at Ingressus Academy, but he's told to go on a work visa to the Ingressus guild.
There is no Ingressus Guild. There's the Dungeon Oasis Guild,
Yeah,
which
Dungeon Oasis Guild. Sorry,
which
my bad.
which Bon and Ermac and Claudia are a part of.
Yep.
You know, Chimmery, that these guys are members of the guild, but you haven't made your way to the guild yet.
Yeah, no, he's like I feel like he was just sent out from the academy and then he
Mhm.
came across this situation and then like was just like curious, so he's just like, "Oh, what's this?" And he comes over and then they're just like, "Oh, if you guys
So
are brave enough to come in there." He's just like, "Oh,
yeah,
I know
you
some people.
yeah
Hold on." And he pulls out his notebook and he's got a bunch of names in there, but he has no descriptions of people that are in there. He's just like walking around the
yeah.
crowd like, um I'm looking for this person. Hey, I'm this person or this person, maybe this person, excuse me. And he's like 2.5 feet tall, so he's like pulling on pant legs. Excuse me, are you this person?
No.
No. Oh, uh okay, well, thank you. How about, excuse me, are you any of these people? And he like shows the notebook to them. He goes, no. Oh, well, do you know where they are? No. Oh, well, okay, thank you. um and this is like going around till eventually he runs into Riven. He goes, do you know any of these people? And then Riven would respond as Riven responds.
No idea, but I hear there's some good money to be had over here. You heard him talking about this problem down with the
Oh, well, I'm not really
Fungeon?
interested about money. I'm just trying
So
to become better at magic. I'm looking for Ingressus guild members because that is where I'm supposed to go and make money. Yeah.
it's
Oh, wait, I guess money is important.
it's at
Hmm.
that point that the two of you see Bon step forward in front of the crowd, like up face to face with like the guards in the front.
Immediately, they just like kind of flap run over. Hey, excuse me. Do you know any of these people? I heard
Stand
about
back,
this.
citizen. Stand back.
Oh, well, okay. and like kind of step back.
Mr. Jovi, how may we help you today?
Jovi, are you Bon Jovi, sir?
Yeah, that's my name.
Hi, I'm from the Academy, and I was sent to do on a work study visa with the Dungeon Oasis Guild, and I was supposed to come and find you guys, but then I saw this, and it was shiny and interesting, and so I decided to come and do that. But I'm here to learn better and be better at magic because apparently, I'm a sorcerer, and I don't really know what that means. But do you know any of these people? Oh wait, you're Bon Jovi, so you know these people. Hi, I'm supposed to be working with you.
Uh,
Well,
uh,
Bon Jovi approaches the young owl and kind of like puts a hand on his head. He's like, I appreciate um, your anticipation, kid, but if you don't keep your level head, you're probably gonna get killed.
Oh,
oh,
well, I feel like I'm very level-headed. I j- wait, am I not level-headed? Hold
L-
on. Okay, and he starts writing notes.
Lady Claudia, Ermac, it's a pleasure to
Oh,
have you amongst us as well. What may we do for you this fine evening?
Do
Uh,
oh
what?
my god, oh my god, oh my god, there's more of them. Hi, do you guys wait? Crap, we've already gone over this. Sorry.
You already
Okay,
covered it quite
I'm ready
more.
for
excuse
this.
me,
I'm ready for this.
Mister Young Bird
My name's
Person,
Shimmery.
Mister Chimmery. Uh, g- may you just stop for one moment, please? We're having a problem here, and I understand your infatuation with these heroes of the city, but I'm going to need a moment to speak with people who might actually help in this situation.
Hey, I'm gonna be a hero. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna be a hero. He's just like
That's
reading over notes.
I'm sure you are. Uh, Members of our local guild, may I inquire with your presence?
Of course.
He follows over with them.
I don't know what you're saying, young lad, but I'll follow.
Here, and I hand him a little piece of paper that's a work visa note from the head of the academy. It says, "This is my work visa. I'm in the guild now."
Bond kind of like looks at the little owl after he says he's in the guild. Kind of like starts rubbing his temple. He's like, "Oh God!"
Do you need healing? I can help with that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Do
All
you?
right, no, 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 no. Save your spells.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a sorcerer too, so I understand that you're excited to use your new magic, but I also understand that you probably don't have
Lady
too much.
Claudia, may I inquire as to why you guys are here tonight?
Represent the guilds at the arena, and well, uh, we were just passing by.
Well, there's a bit of a situation tonight. I might let you know. Normally people aren't getting hurt here in the Fungeon, as it's called, and there, well, something went wrong. I wasn't exactly privy to the situation. We showed up after being summoned. However, someone was extremely injured tonight, and the my people that showed up before are no one is willing to go inside. I believe the man Reginald over there, who is the man in red described earlier, um, as the manager of the establishment, he said he is offering a reward for anyone brave enough to go inside, and I don't know anybody braver than members of the Oasis. Would you perhaps like to help us?
I would be more than
Oh,
gracious to help if I can. That's what I do.
Well, please go speak to Reginald, and you can get some more information.
Of
I
course.
certainly want to keep people from getting hurt. Rumor has it, Kisty, that some of their attractions have gone haywire.
Ah,
Yeah,
Claudia,
Shemry
while
is
we would
like
have heard of that,
actively
you want to
hopping
go help like right
foot to
away.
foot. so excited. He goes, "This is where I meant to be."
I'm also slightly mad my camera is not wanting to work right now. Like I'm doing like a whole bunch of Claudia mannerisms and nobody sees it. uh
Mine's blurry and I can't figure out why either on Roll20. It's all
it's
good though.
yeah. It's it works on Ravenloft, but it don't work here. Okay, sorry. Slightly distracted. I've been trying to fix that this entire time.
Would Riven have already approached the guy who's offering the prize money?
Well, let's leave that up to Riven.
Yeah, as soon as I see you guys head that way, whoa, hey, you were talking to me first. Let's not start getting all these other people involved until we know how much we're getting paid here.
There's money involved, but lives are at stake.
Business is business.
True. Money is all about helping people more than getting gold. That's just how she rolls. She's also
That's
super shy, but I'm making her
I'm not
step
going to
up.
turn. I'm not going to turn down a hired gun though. If you want to join for a perforated rate, then fine. But we do all split the gold equally.
I mean, I'm down for that as long as we're splitting the threat equally as well and the danger equally.
We share the danger, but don't go sticking your neck out for no reason. That means you too, Pipsqueak. Probably stick to the bag.
Oh, it's very fine. I have a very small neck.
Can you
I
can
can't stick it out
turn it?
very far, but I can turn it all the way around. He turns his head all the way around, turns it back.
Claudia's like a little bit of a gas.
Oh, hey, I also don't really care about the money. I'm just mostly here because I was told, okay, mentors and oh wait, money is important. Crap. I keep forgetting that part.
It's okay. You're with the academy, right?
Yes.
Little one? All right. You're gonna stay by me because I don't want you to get hurt. If
Oh,
if
that's wonderful. I've heard good things about you.
yes. Um I look at everybody else.
Hello, Mr. Reginald.
Look, people are getting hurt. It's sooner or later it's going to come to the guild. So I say let's jump ahead of the problem.
And also, you might want to not just offer it as who's brave enough to go in there. That doesn't seem very intelligent.
Yes, because more people will get hurt that way because let's face it, some people are just plain stupid. And I don't say that normally.
I'm kind of surprised Ermac doesn't have anything to say about people being stupid.
Ermac's having a hard time hearing anybody right
Yeah,
now.
I can't hear anything.
Oh,
No.
Yep.
He's like just
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've had a long
Oh,
night.
wait.
yeah.
It says here that you have 2 ears. At least that's what they told me. I wrote it in my notes.
that seems a weird thing to write in your notes.
Well, I had to ask. I wasn't entirely sure. Not everybody has 2 ears.
Sorry,
Wait,
young lad.
did I
I
miss
don't
something
carry
about Ermac?
spears.
Oh,
This is
well,
Liz
that's good to know.
talking, not
Writes it in his
Claudia.
notes.
Like, did I miss something about Ermac all of a sudden?
There was a very bad game, I understand, where Dottie
Okay.
lost another character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aaron's dead.
Oh no.
Britney
Oh.
Spears.
Britney Spears.
Oh goodness. See, this is what happens when I step away from the game for a couple of weeks or sessions. God damn it. People die.
I was
That,
Lucian, now I'm Ribbon.
Yeah.
that is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week's game kind of that tugged on my
I
heartstrings.
saw the gifts. I saw the gifts.
Yeah.
I
You guys
did
have had a
not
very
think that
eventful week.
bad. Wow. Okay. All right.
Uh,
Sorry. I'm playing catch up on this entire session today.
it's all good. As you guys approach Reginald, he's just sitting there kind of like stressed out. He's got his, hand on the bridge of his nose and he's just like and he like kind of blinks, double takes you guys walking up and he's like, "Oh, Uh, some some heroes of the city. Perhaps you might be of assistance for me today.
So cut to the chase. Are your attractions out of order?
The mechanical operations have attacked some guests. They were not functioning quite properly. Safeguards normally in place have ceased functioning. I'm not quite sure why. Um, but yes, things have gone awry, if you will.
Makes sense. So you mentioned safeguards. Is that a way to like control all of them at once, or are we going to have to go in there and start busting heads?
Oh well, I'm not quite a expert in the art of the arcane. However, the things that prevent people from dying might be, how do I say, broken.
Okay, so I see what it is. So it's not that they're more dangerous than they were. It's that the safeguards for the people are um, less safe than they were.
Well, that maybe. The Fungeon was recently renovated, and I am well. I don't quite know all the rooms by heart yet.
Well, that's not good.
Well, maybe.
So by reno, did the rooms get moved around, or are they just different? Like, are they
Oh,
decorated differently, or are they in different places?
well, that would involve me knowing that.
Sir, you talk funny.
Well, I believe you talk funny as well.
Oh, yeah, I know. Everybody tells me that.
You speak rather fast.
Oh, of course I do. It's because I don't. Well, I think my mom said my brain moves and then my mouth moves. And oh, wait. Then she said I should stop doing that. Sorry.
Oh, so yes, 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 I understand. I understand. You have millions of thoughts racing through your brain before your vocalization is able to complete itself.
Yeah, that's kind of what she said. But she said it's annoying and rude to do. So I shouldn't do that anymore.
Well,
Sorry.
people tell me I'm awkward all the time. And I've made countless amounts of gold because of it. Oh,
Oh, I need gold to pay for school.
beautiful, beautiful. Then perhaps you and the rest of this group here would be willing to take on this task. I offer gold for anyone who wanted to help me with my establishment. 100 gold pieces to anybody that can make it inside and really get to the bottom of the situation.
That's more
Now,
gold than I've ever seen.
one question.
Clarification.
Yes.
Even though this is clearly for the safety, Claudia, do
Yes.
you mean 100 gold pieces total or a person?
Each. I'm not cheap.
Oh my god, that's way more gold than I've ever seen.
Just because he's offering 100 gold doesn't mean it's exactly going to be safe for all of us.
He's
I
like
may be a
counting
healer, but I
people in the
can't bring back
crowd.
those from the dead yet.
He's
I
like 7, 13, 27. That's a lot of gold, sir.
I
There's a lot of people here. I don't know
Is
how.
anybody still in there?
I believe we have cleared everyone out. I should, I suppose, let you know the mechanical automatons that attack the guests were designed to play as the house band. They're not armed with proper weapons, but they are swinging saxophones and such.
So they were attacked by tomatoes?
Mm,
You said you went to the academy.
Well, yeah. Well,
New student.
I just started.
You
I don't. I haven't been
Uh,
accepted by any
make
academy except for this one.
I think I read something about this in the newspaper. About a child perhaps getting assaulted.
Well, it just happened tonight.
It travels quicker than you realize.
I mean,
I suppose so.
it might have been a sister location.
This establishment is one of a kind, sir. The entire establishment is powered by a magical apparatus in a room at the very end of the Fungeon. Shutting it down will power everything inside. That is what you will need to do.
And that's what we needed to know.
So not tomatoes. Okay. Starts writing notes again.
Is there a bonus for not destroying your machines?
It, well, no. The biggest problem is that if this situation isn't brought under control, the entire building could be destroyed, along with everything in it.
So unsafe.
Which would also destroy the failsafe, which could then lead the automatons to getting out.
And possibly hurting more people.
So you see why I am troubled this night.
Right. So just to be sure, we may have to destroy one or two of them.
By all
But we
means.
will try our best to preserve your business.
My good man, I am well established as far as money is concerned, and if I need to acquire some more constructs, I will.
In other words, you're okay with us breaking them then?
Please make
Right.
sure to save my building. I don't quite want to pay that a bit
yes.
of.
I lean over to Ermac.
But anything that poses a danger to this town, or even those who enter your establishment, must be dealt with harshly.
I want to lean into Ermac's. I want to lean into Ermac's good ear and be like, "Don't hold back."
So I have a question.
Mhm.
So you're telling me we turn off the apparatus, and there's a possibility that things could come to life.
Well, the things are already living. We need to
Okay.
shut them down. Is I think
Okay.
the proper verbiage there.
So
Okay.
there's also apricots.
Now,
Is he okay?
I don't know what you guys are talking. I don't know a lot. I'm from a magical world, but there's not a lot of outer
Are,
relations.
are
I
your
ran away.
are
We
your
just
are your
we
parents
just
here?
Oh, I ran away from them. It's fine.
Okay, who's looking after the bird?
what?
Claudia just raises her hand. I'm looking after the young one. I've already said it.
Well,
And I'll say it again.
okay. Well, that would be
Claudia, you can't
necessary.
just adopt kids off the street.
She can do
Okay,
whatever she
this
wants.
is to Claudia now that he's like her mother, his mother figure. It's like, so why are we fighting tomatoes and apricots? I don't understand it.
Okay. Time out, little one. First of all, what was your name again?
I'm Shemery.
Shemery. All right, dear. You need to slow down a little bit. And also, um, I'm not taking you in, but I am a life cleric, and I believe that all life is sacred and to be protected. And so I'm going to say this. You stay near me. You got that?
Oh, I can try.
So
My mother said I'm bad at following directions.
Well, guess what? If you aren't following directions, I'm going to yank you back towards me.
Okay.
All right.
so you, Mr. Riven, was it? What do you specialize in?
I specialize in magic. Love of swords. I
magic.
absolutely. Actually, I hear the young one over there talking about wishing to learn. I could introduce you to a master.
Oh, apparently, I was told that all of the colleges that I've ever applied to that I don't need to learn anything because I am a sorcerer. But I don't understand how that works, so I kept trying to learn things.
Oh, I could absolutely show you how that works.
Amazing, thank you.
In fact, I can introduce you to a teacher.
Oh, are they here right now? Where are they at?
Dang it.
Going to
We'll
step
take
up
we'll
going, now's
we'll
not
take care of
the
that
time
later.
for this.
Oh, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's probably right. So
Yeah.
we'll have to deal with these tomatoes and apricots first, right?
As he's saying that, Reginald opens the door to the lobby of the the establishment, kind of holding the door open. Um,
I suppose I'll take point. Ermac, you want the back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind Claudia and I'm gonna tap her on the shoulder and be like, "Dear, I hope you prepared your healing spells for today."
I have plenty.
He
every,
flaps up and he sits on Claudia's shoulder.
all the returning characters, make sure you have a long rest
Okay,
before coming into this. Make sure you have all your stuff.
good idea.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding me because I could not remember if I did that last time.
yeah, we'll do it just to be safe.
All right.
I did not do that, so that's
Um,
good.
Riven,
Thank goodness.
Riven, you can either be behind me or in front of Ermac.
I'm
You.
I'm as close to Lady Claudia as possible today.
I can be kind of front mid.
So
Is Ermac hurt? Like, I understand he's damaged, but is he still hurt?
I'm not. I'm at full health, but missing
Just
an
a
ear.
perception check. That's all.
Okay. All right. So as we go in, I'm going to roll perception for hearing, see if I can hear any movement in the building.
well, as you enter the now empty lobby of the establishment, you can hear metallic footsteps over in the next room. Signage nearby indicates it's the main dining room. Um, and I'm going to have everybody roll initiative.
All right.
As we hear the metallic footsteps, he goes, "That doesn't sound like tomatoes. That sounds like the clinky clanks."
It's going to be clinky clinks. I don't know where you got this idea for tomatoes.
Well, he said a tomato ton.
Tom.
So I need to
Oh,
get moved over
yeah.
to the map.
I don't know what that word means, ma'am.
I haven't changed the map.
It
Yeah, I didn't think we did.
yeah. It means we're going to fight constructs which are living creatures of magic and parts.
Oh, clinky clanks. Okay, got him. Nobody
Yeah.
ever told me what that is. And he starts writing notes and he starts scratching a bunch of stuff out of his notebook. He's just like,
Watch the horn,
clinky
dear.
clanks, automatons. Got it. Okay, automatons. Understood. Thank you.
Has Shimmery ever seen a Warforged?
No, he's never seen a Warforged. He's traveled all over at a bunch of different magical colleges, so he hasn't seen like money Warforged or anything like mechanically oriented because it's all been magically based. He has never met an artificer. He's never met a Warforged. A lot of the other races that he's seen have been just like students of different colleges that have all rejected him. So he's basically been flying to a college, getting rejected, flying to the next college and getting rejected, flying to the next. Been his whole life. Like he was 13 when he left. He's 17 now, so he's a kid with no world experience at all. That's just been flying from college to college till he finally got accepted to one.
Now, Chimney.
Jesus, I feel bad for your character, Donnie.
A little.
It's even worse because like you found like a group of every kind of mage, and you've got a warlock trying to get you to accept his god, and a sorcerer who's like, I can't tell you how it works because I don't know how it works.
You
It
don't
just
cast.
knows Apollo's light.
You say you don't.
Apparently, I'm good at healing too.
Oh, you are.
I'm a what they said was divine soul sorcerer. I don't know what that means though, but I can cure things and I can stop people from dying.
Does Riven have anything to say about him being a divine soul?
He
Uh,
said I was pure-hearted and a wonderful person, but really, really annoying. But I don't know if that was part of the magic.
honestly, they make the best students of my master.
Well, let's
Yeah. Okay.
let's talk
So
about
over the table,
young
what is
Al
your
right
master?
now.
Because
Just out of character, I'm Shar, mistress of the night, goddess of the night, goddess of the shadow weave.
okay.
I'm not sure if Apollo would approve or not, because I'm a life cleric, so yeah.
And I follow Tamora, who is about adventuring and goodwill towards others.
And luck.
Yep, and luck,
Okay.
which explains a lot why he actually made it all the way here.
So you guys walk into to this room. This it's big dining hall. Um and uh you guys hear the sounds of like a horn and a pan flute, uh uh like a violin and a schwam, as this like odd kind of carnival-esque music is playing like slow, fast. There's no real tempo and sync between the instruments that you hear. Um, as you guys come forward, um, you guys come into contact with three musical automatons and Gizmo, the dancing bear, a local mascot of sorts.
And they are clearly hostile, right?
They are there's nobody in there, and they're not hostile towards each other. Um, but you see them before they notice you.
How high is the ceiling? Shimmer
Um,
immediately puffs up. He goes, clink clanks. They're always mean.
we'll say 10 feet on the edges, 15 feet in the center. Um, giving it a little like a dome esque feel.
I want to whisper to the back. Are we engaging?
I tried to whisper to Claudia, but I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice. Say, did he say we're fighting?
It's just not like, oh yeah.
Did he yell that?
It wasn't a yell, but it was like not a whisper.
It was not as silent.
He's still getting used to
It
only
was a
having one
it
ear.
was a stage whisper.
Very bad.
If one of them things turns their head, I'm launching a chromatic orb.
I would like to cast mage armor on myself.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and uh put you guys into your marching order as how you would enter a combat right there.
So are we going? Is the fight forward to the north, or is it
Yeah,
to the south?
yeah. We'll say, yeah, you guys are coming in north.
It's always in the back. Let's call it what it is.
I'm literally sitting on Gisty's shoulder.
I'm right behind Kisty or Claudia.
Okay. Um,
Oh, I hope we
uh,
don't have to hurt real people.
you guys see these automatons kind of like lacklusterly playing this entertainment music um, in this little alleyway, and there's like a gate behind it. Um, would you guys like to do anything as you approach, or
I feel like we're in the wrong order.
I can't see anything ahead of where we're at.
yeah? No, I know. I haven't put you
Okay.
into the actual
I feel like we're
thing
all
yet.
facing a wall or something.
Oh, we're outside the building.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you guys are. Yeah, I'm just getting your tokens set up so I can drag you into where
Okay.
you need to be.
I was like, do we mean to be facing like doing the Mighty Ducks V right at the wall?
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck this wall.
um,
Whoever is leading, I am going to make sure that they have a guidance spell on them.
okay,
So that's set,
that's
and that lasts
Vaughn.
for 1 minute. So
okay.
I'm going to prep Ray of Frost for whoever shoots first, whoever they are shooting at. I will also shoot Ray of Frost at.
This is the little alley you guys find yourself in. It's now on the left bottom side of the map.
Okay, so it's a closed door in front of us.
Oh, hold on. You know what? We're just gonna.
unlock all the doors.
There we go.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
So
a
there,
point to
there,
note,
there
this
is a gate
inside
right here. Yes, you are inside.
Yeah, but we're inside the Funbrinth or the Fungeon, or are we inside just the building itself?
You are in like a section of the dining room that leads to like the backstage.
What's up with the
As
stuff on
far
the
as you're concerned. What's that?
What's up with the stuff on the ground?
Those are the automatons.
Oh, so they're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaboom. Wait, no, I already said I prepped my action for a certain thing. Never mind.
Yes, you did.
Um they are already kind of moving and grooving, playing their tunes. Um do you guys like how do you guys approach that, knowing that they're in this corridor, this room, right here? um Riven, you are the first to act, but they don't actually like take notice of you guys until like you get this close. Like they're not seeming hostile towards you until like right now.
Okay. Yeah, I said the moment one of them like looks at me, then I'm shooting the the orb at him.
Uh
And then I will shoot him right after.
uh well, we're gonna fall into initiative. That's why we rolled it. And
Yeah,
so
if I see one of them coming at me, or making like a threatening gesture, I'm gonna immediately fire at them. See, those two are kind of over there. I'll fire at this one. I'm gonna shoot an
okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Well, our
see,
held actions aren't happening, or what?
I mean, you're not necessarily surprising them. Like if you were waiting until they made a move, they didn't make a move till right here. Like nobody said we want to get the jump and just start blasting on them. So
I said I wanted to shoot as soon as one of our people shot at something.
sure. So
Yeah, but we're not shooting.
yeah,
until
nobody's shot at anything yet. So we're going to the top of the initiative order, which is Riven. And what's Riven gonna do?
I'm gonna form my Eldritch Blast. That kind of forms in the palm of one hand. It's mostly translucent, but there is like a slight bit of darkness that kind of swirls in it. And I'm gonna unleash on this automaton right here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and roll that for me.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does in fact hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Let's see. 3 damage.
3 damage. You definitely give it a good whacking. It looks like it is about halfway taken all the way down.
Okay.
Would you like to like adjust yourself in any other position or?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what these guys got going yet, so I'm gonna kind of back 5 feet back this way.
Okay. It's at that point that the one with the schwam kind of like and
Wait, I'm
backs
confused. I
Uh,
said I was holding my action until one of us shot at one of them. Is that just not happening?
well, I mean, you'll have an opportunity to either do that or something else in just a moment. As this one backs away towards the door. Bon, you can use a reaction to swing on it if you would like. It is leaving your space.
Six is not going to hit.
6 will not hit as it backs towards the gate. But Bon, you are the next quickest to move. So what would you do?
I'm going to green flame blade the one to the left of me.
Okay, go ahead and make that move. $20 will definitely connect.
So it's 8 piercing, 2 fire, and
It's done. You smash that pan flute right up into its face, and its head is knocked off.
all right. So the 2 fire goes to the next one, not this one.
Okay. The fire like melds the horn onto that one's face, and it like kind of flops to the ground, like not knowing how to function anymore, essentially dead.
That is my turn.
Chimmery, you are the next to move. If you would like to use your the action you were holding on to, now that things have started to pop off, you can do that. You also have the opportunity to do whatever else you want.
Okay, so if I use my held action, then I won't get my regular action, or what?
100%.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I just ray of frost the one that's running down the hallway then.
Okay, he's not like running down a hallway. There's a gate behind him. He's kind of like just in front of the gate. But if you would like to ray of frost that one, go ahead and hit me with that roll. 12 is not going to connect on that one.
Okay, well then I just fly straight up in the air, I guess.
Okay, so you are 15 feet up off the ground towards the roof then, yeah?
Yep.
The automaton over to the right side of the room um, comes forward and tries to take a swing at Bon with its whatever instrument I said was left. Oh, the violin. It takes the violin and tries to give it a swing right across Bond's jawline. It is a 10 hit.
Not right now.
It swings and misses, bringing us to Claudia.
All right. Well, I would be. I know I said I cast guidance, but that lasts a minute, and I did that before we entered the room. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so I'm going to sacred flame this one.
The I'm sorry, I didn't see a ping. The closer one or the closer
The
one? Cool.
closer one,
Cool.
the one that's coming towards Spawn.
Cool.
It's got to make a target must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Does a 4 succeed?
No,
All
it's got to
right.
beat a 12.
Roll me some damage.
Yes.
Uh, it is looking pretty worked. Still kind of like swaying back and forth, wondering what's going on with his life. But it is definitely messed up. Do you have any movement or anything you want to do?
Nope. Claudia is normal, hangs in the back because she's the freaking healer.
Solid choice. Ermac, you are. Maybe it's because you can't hear that good. You know, you didn't catch the cues everybody else got, but you're the last one to act. What
Yeah, of course.
what do you do?
I just want to make sure. So I tried to cast Mage Armor before we went in. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have severe PTSD right now, and I'm shooting the the one closest to us with the
Yeah,
fireball.
for sure.
It's a 13 to hit.
13 to hit. Unfortunately, that will miss.
Okay. Yeah. I'm out of it.
All
Dare.
right. Riven, that brings us back to you. Ermac, do you want to move or anything?
Nope. Staying
Okay.
right by Claudia.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of spin around it. Do 5, 10, staying within its radius.
Mm-hmm.
Pull my longsword and give it a hit.
You
See
got
what?
you got advantage from the flanking position.
Sweet. I don't think I'll need it.
Yep. Nope. You won't. Roll me that. What does it look like as you
It's
take
one
this
hit.
thing?
I'm gonna kind of keep facing toward the automaton as I kind of cross one leg of the other, like focused on it, and I will pull my longsword and just whip it right through the middle of the automaton.
Cool. Um. Yeah. It sits there. It's still like the top half of it lays on the ground as it like naturally just shoots its arm back up like to play the violin, and without even a thing in its hand it starts to like do a motion like playing the saddest song ever, but nobody hears anything because there's nothing in it. As like the light fades from its eyes.
Nice.
I like this guy.
uh Seeing the situation at hand, the automaton that went towards the gate to begin with, um takes a schwam and lunges at Bon Jovi, trying to give it a swing. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Yes, swing and a miss. Bon, you're next to go. What do you do?
I'm going to use primal savagery.
A 13 will not hit, unfortunately.
All right, so it swings at me. It misses. I swing at it. I miss.
Is that it for your turn? Any bonus action or any movement? You want to swing to the other
Um,
side of it or anything like that?
I would like to begin flanking it, but I also don't want to give it just a straight beeline for our healers.
I mean, that's valid. That's a decision that is yours and yours alone. So, um, are you done with your turn, or are you gonna do something else?
That's all I can do right now.
Okay. Chimmery, that brings us to you, my little owly friend.
All right. So seeing him right in front of my new best friend, um, he because he has no friends. He dives down and his hand is coated in lightning, and he grabs the automaton right in front of him with a shocking grasp.
Go ahead and that's a damage roll for to hit roll from you, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's going to use it's a thing. Hold on.
Holding.
Favored by the gods.
Favored by the lords.
That brings it up to a 18 to hit.
That will connect for sure.
Six damage, and then he flies straight back up another 10 feet. So that would be his full movement.
Okay. You can move your token, right?
I cannot. Now I can. So we'll just see he's directly above Bon Jovi's head.
Okay. Next we have Claudia.
So it's just that one automaton left?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm gonna do Toll of the Dead on it.
Okay, and that's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yes.
17?
Yeah. It uh it beats it. It was a 12 that it had
Okay.
to beat, but it still takes half damage.
Yes. Go ahead and it has taken damage, so roll a d12 for me.
A D12?
Well, it's either a d10 or a d12, right? For Toll of the
No,
Dead?
it's a 1d8 because it's a cantrip for me.
But it's already
Yeah.
taken damage, so it
Oh,
should be a
that's right.
d12.
That's right.
Yeah, I know it's a
Yeah.
dice. It's a dice up from whatever
Yeah.
the normal is.
Yeah, it's a D12. Not used to rolling Claudia. I'm used to rolling Haley or my druid. All right.
As you land the final killing blow, the construct falls into pieces right at the feet of Bon. With a last burst of sparks, the all of the forms in that room completely just sink or stop functioning. Behind them, you hear the gate like unlock, and it kind of slightly swings open a little bit. Um, there's nothing but silence around you. There is a faint thumping sound, almost like a heartbeat, coming from inside, from down the hallway. You guys all get some XP. Let me get that for you.
Surveying the destruction, can I discern whether they were weak to any of our attacks?
It does not appear that any of them were um, like doing extra damage or anything like that.
Okay.
You guys
Oh.
all get 50 XP.
I would like to roll stealth as well
That's
for
Uh,
this next part.
sure, go ahead. Um, yeah, it's up to you what you guys do. There is the gate that just popped itself open in front of you guys. Um, and you guys see two uh, um, you see the two large statues of knights and the entryway between them. Um,
The gate's still up, right?
yeah, well the gate is up, but it's like popped open, like it's unlocked. If you guys would like to go through, you can. I'm just kind of describing what you see as you
Oh,
look
so
through the
it's like
gate.
the attraction's still going. That's how we would get to the next area.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you guys would like to like observe the room and stuff like that, you guys have liberty to do that. If you guys want to just push the gate open and move forward, that's an option for you as well.
How how long has this place been here?
Uh, the establishment itself has been around for a while. Like I said before, it's constantly renovated and things like that. It's constantly changing, and it itself is like a magical apparatus. So, um,
Can
yeah.
can we roll history to see if we can like recall any stories or something from people who we've heard been here?
What kind of information are you trying to get right now?
Uh, more or less intel, like what we might expect going in.
Um, yeah, like Reginald told you, it was recently renovated, and he doesn't even know what the the rooms are all the way yet, and he owns the place. Um,
Okay.
so that maybe was why the guildmaster was like, "Hey, this might be cool," um, because it this current layout is brand new.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh,
Alrighty.
I'm going. Claudia is going to investigate the knight statue here on the left before we go through the doorways, just to see if there's like anything interesting on it.
Sure. Roll me some investigation.
Sure.
I got a quick question for Randy while she's doing
Mm-hmm.
that. So that put me to level 4. Can I go ahead and roll a hit dice for that, or do you want me to?
Yeah, no, if you
Okay.
level up, let me know, and we will make that happen.
Well,
Um,
Claudia doesn't see much.
does anybody
I'm
want
so
to
close to it.
help her investigate?
I'll
I
help.
can do that. I was going to say, can I roll my own and then let him help her?
Yeah, you can roll your own, and someone else can give the help option if that's what you guys want to do.
Who has higher intelligence between Claudia and Ermac?
I have probably higher intelligence.
I
Give
have
me
a
20.
13 intel.
I got a 20.
I'm wisdom based.
Yeah.
I'm a
So
freaking
Claudia
cleric.
help Ermac.
Yeah.
I can try. Well, since she already investigated, I can try my own investigation if you'd rather do it that way.
I can
It
provide
Claudia's
him to help
searching and
out.
she just kind of does the hand wavy thing of like, come here, help me look.
Okay. I'll
uh,
I'll do my own
yeah,
investigation.
go ahead.
Riven can also help. I guess I can also help. Riven can help. So we got plenty of help.
Yeah. So all together, you guys are searching this room real quick. Um, you guys find like 25 gold pieces, just kind of scattered around the bases of the statues. 14 silver pieces, 10 coppers. Um, Hidden behind the boot of the right knight is one potion of healing, and tucked behind the other one is a spell scroll. Um, it appears to be a scroll of purify food and drink.
I'll take that scroll.
Good call.
Claudia is just like, I'm not going to argue with that. Um, I would ask, is anyone needing a potion?
I have nothing, but I'm fine.
No, you get the potion, dear.
Are you
Nice.
sure? I'm new.
Nice.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah, I
If
already
you go
have
down
one.
and I can't get near you, this is what's going to save your life.
Oh, a Healy Heals. Okay.
Yes. Oh, you're going to be trouble. But that's okay. We'll work with you. We'll work with you, and we'll get you trained, and just stay near me, okay?
I say, Claudia and Ermac, you guys already have some decent gold too, right?
Yeah.
I, Claudia's got money because she don't spend it. But then again, she doesn't go on adventures.
Because I was saying this is just a
in the
little
guild
bit.
hall most of the time.
I was saying this little bit we can probably just split between Riven and Shimmeray, just to start them out.
That's cool. That's cool with me.
That's fine. Well, it's 25 gold and 14 silver, so.
Any arguments for me?
So as you guys are like sitting there divvying up the loot you guys just found, all of a sudden like the room just like fades out for a second and like fades back in. And you guys hear, welcome, brave adventurers. Do you have what it takes to be a part of the perilous Fungeon? Find out now. Your trial begins now. And as it finishes speaking, the gate that was before ajar just like bursts into like glitter, and like confetti, and just like there's a little background like cheery noises.
Shit! It's in
Uh,
my face.
um, and you like in front of you lies this these two statues motioning down down the stairs, and a long staircase going down at the far end. Um, what do you guys do?
I uh I grab Shimmeray and I wipe some of the glitter off on his robes.
Oh, shiny. Oh my God, look at it.
Claudia is going to roll her eyes a little bit at the pomp and circumstance of the whole situation.
Should not have been standing right in front of that.
Adventurers do. Oh, this is a horrible example of how we do our job. There's
Wait,
no
this isn't what happens every time?
no.
There's normally not glitter and cheers from.
Oh, that's sad. I like glitter.
Um, honey, you can always bring your own glitter.
Oh my God, I can? I thought there was rules. He scratches something off on his notepad.
Yeah, just don't. You can always throw glitter at the enemy. It might bug them a little.
That's actually a thing, huh?
Possibly. I don't know. Claudia's talking out her ass right
Oh,
now.
it's color spray. Color spray.
Color spray is basically glitter, just different colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what are these?
those are the statues that were referenced.
Oh, I thought it was those statues back here.
Whew!
Uh, Chimmery, do you fly in front of Bon?
Yeah, I'm flying like near the ceiling and just flippity flapping along.
Make me a dex save. And Bon, as you're like, oh, this isn't good, make me a dex save as well.
Shimmeray, I told you to stay in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh Jesus.
Bon, you manage to dodge the statue moving 5 feet ahead, while Chimmery, you just get like a big old slap on the back and smacked down the stairwell all the way to the bottom, taking 6 points of damage from this statue.
I'm down.
Ah, jeez.
From 6? How is it's
He's a
it's
sorcerer.
yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
do you have 0 constitution?
Yeah, I have 0 constitution.
I don't think
Damn.
Dottie ever uses Constitution.
No, I
Well,
never use constitution.
well, you're using
I'm
constitution
a
right
15
now
AC.
as
Like,
you're down there at the bottom of the stairwell.
great.
Does Claudia see them
I
go
just
down?
thought, flying up in the air might change anything, but okay.
That's yeah, that's where we're at right now. Claudia, if you go up there next, you're going to need to make a dex save as well. You, aware of the situation, now have advantage on the
Okay.
check.
I also want to run down
Our
the stairs to get him
investigation
up.
didn't show us anything that might happen.
No, you investigated the room beforehand.
The previous room we did not investigate before going into
I thought
this
I
next
was investigating the next part, but that's cool. All right.
as an 18.
Yeah, you're able to dodge the hands, making it through as well. You see a definitely injured birdie down there at the bottom of the stairwell.
Goodness. I head down to Shimmery and I immediately cast Spare the Dying.
That
That brings
So
me
I'm
to
at 0.
yeah.
All right, I guess we're going to have to use this now. And pops the
Are
healing
you gonna
potion.
pull out my healing potion out of my pocket?
Oh yeah. She pulls out the healing potion and sticks it in your beak. Like, oh great.
Who's going through next, Riven or Ermac? I mean, you guys can both just roll a dex save with advantage as you guys go through.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go at the same time.
I'm gonna try to prep to grab whoever gets smacked the fuck down.
How do you roll both of them at one time on?
Hold
So
down left shift.
yeah, either shift or if you want to roll at disadvantage, you can hold alt.
Oh, that's
What's
interesting.
that
Okay.
healing potion roll, Claudia? I already removed it from my inventory.
Or maybe control. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, I think it's all
Healing potion.
control.
With that.
Shift for me. Left shift is advantage, and right shift is disadvantage.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
That-
you're right.
That's nifty.
Healing potions, 2d4
It's
plus.
2d4 plus 2.
Alright.
Uh,
I will.
Riven and Ermac, you guys both are able
There
to
you go, full healing.
dodge
10.
the swinging hands of the statues, making your way downstairs. You guys make your way into this next room down here.
Oh, oh, whew. Oh, that thing was useful. Thank you.
Yes, now you don't have one, so.
Yeah, I assume Shimmery hasn't ever gotten hit that hard before. I would think that would knock him for a loop, maybe scare him a little bit.
Oh, he flies away from everything. He just immediately runs at all options. He normally just runs away. But now he's with a bunch of groups of adventurers that he's heard so many good things about, and he has to do this for his college tuition. So he's like, "Okay, we're gonna do this."
Alright, Shimmery
Um,
here.
Here's a word of
You're
warning.
going to stay with me in the back. Okay?
In the well, can I? Up, oh
No.
yeah, okay, back. Got it.
No.
Back.
No. Yeah.
Shimmery, you need to listen to me now. Doing stuff like that will not always be something you get out of scot free. Just like our friend Ermac here is missing an ear, you could be missing a leg, or a wing, or an eye.
Oh,
Or
I
worse,
hope I
your
would
beak.
never miss a wing.
Did you have a set of shears? Why is that important right now? Get it together.
It's for the next puzzle, Ermac.
Ah,
This you guys find yourself in a room of many doors. There is a colored mat in front of each door. The doors are otherwise identical.
Are there
There,
words on the mats?
nope, no, just the colors. Plain looking doors. The only door you know what is behind is the one you just came through. It is we're not like in initiative order or anything like that. But it's up to you what you guys want to do here. You could each all pick a different door. You could all be like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with this," and like one person can open a door. It's completely up to you guys how you approach this. Um, but this is kind of where we're at right now.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and attempt to open the green door.
Just go ahead and put yourself on that rug then.
I
I'm a,
open up my book and I start looking over my notes, and I want to do an Arcana check to see if there's anything like this that I've ever seen before.
The whole building is magical as fuck.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna use my mage hand and open this door, or yeah, open that door.
Okay.
Claudia is going to kind of just stand back and watch to see what happens, being a good healer and waiting.
Has it been a full minute?
I'm gonna stand back and watch for completely different reasons.
Has it been a full minute? What do you mean?
So at the beginning of that last fight, Claudia gave me guidance.
I mean, we went through 2 rounds, which is like 12 seconds.
I can give you another guidance.
Yeah, I'd say it's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, what for each room, we'll just reset the guidance for whoever you want it to be on. Does that seem fair?
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So like an Arcana check would do nothing because like I'm not looking to see if it's magical. I'm seeing if it's something recognizable.
The what I don't know what you're trying to recognize.
Because like in Arcana check states it checks your measure ability to recall lore about spells, magic items, eldritch symbols, magic traditions, planes of existence, inhabitants of those planes. Like seeing what these doors might do if they are magical of some sort. Like what they might do if we open them.
The doors themselves are not magical in
Okay,
any
cool. That's
sense.
fine.
Yeah, there's no like sigils on them or anything. It's just like plain old wooden cottage doors with colored mats in front of them.
Cool. Yeah, taking after Claudia's advice, he's staying back and he's floating above Claudia's head.
Okay. So Ermac and Bond, go ahead and take one step back from the door. Since you guys are using your mage hand to open it.
Okay.
Ermac, you open the purple door.
Yes.
And as you open the purple door,
Mm-hmm.
a puff of purple smoke comes flying out. Luckily, because you used your mage hand to open it, it doesn't quite reach you. But the smell seems, putrid and dangerous. Bon, you open the door with your mage hand to a shimmering green liquid in a cauldron behind the door. And everybody hears, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first mini game of the night, odds or evens. State your choice." Bon, what do you do? Odds?
Should always go with evens.
Oh, unfortunately, 14 is the answer.
Called it.
Evens was the appropriate choice. Please make me a Constitution saving throw as this green liquid like poofs into a cloud of smoke and goes.
Well, guidance is going to help that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, roll me that guidance. And hit me with a d6, please. Okay. Wow, this is kind of fitting. Your intelligence drops by 1.
All right, I can take that.
It's like a theme.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the room goes silent after that. What do you guys do?
Well, in the right door.
I have another quick question for you, Randy. Sorry.
Mhm.
So with that level up, it gives me another spell I can prepare. Can I go ahead and do that? Is that cool, or do I need to take a long rest before I can do that?
Is it a new level or
It's not another level. It's I only have first and second level still, but
yeah, as long as it's not like a
third level
a
spell or
level up
something.
spell, yeah, like
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Sweet.
Claudia is going to inspect the room to see if there's clues to opening the doors.
I'm just going to tell you right now there's nothing different about any of the doors, nothing these seem to be purely just like Russian roulette door opening.
Ooh, I got grabby hand too. Should I do one?
Only if you stand far enough away to not get hit by anything.
You know, the kid said he's got luck, right?
I'm super lucky, but you haven't been able to see that by how unlucky I've been so far.
And Claudia will reach up and give him guidance. Go for it, sweetie.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the. I like red. Flies over to there. Wait, that's red, right? I don't know. Fuck it, it's
Yeah.
red for me. And I go for that one.
Okay.
Claudia reminds you, mage hand.
No, yeah, that's what grabby grabs is.
Uh,
He doesn't know what any spells' names are or anything, so his spells are cleaning and stuff. Grabby grabs, ice beam. Oh no, friend, stop that hand. Zap hand, Healy touch. Oh no, stop. Shimmery shell and the I don't know ball.
oh no.
Does anybody else pick
I'm
a door?
I'm gonna have Claudia stand back, and I'm gonna use my mage hand to open the black door, but I'm gonna try to stand as far away as possible.
I'm going to look
Claudia
at
will
Riven.
move to
I'm going to look at Riven, and I'm said, you said we split the danger, right?
I mean, sure, but I don't have a little hand thing that I can use to open the doors with. I got to use my own hand.
Well, how about you stand in front of the door, at the same distance that we did, and I'll use my hand to open the door. Because the hands reach like
Your hand,
30 feet.
I don't know. That doesn't seem fair.
Hey, you're still choosing the door.
I choose the door, you open it, and blast me with whatever. I don't know. This doesn't seem like a fair deal.
no. How about this? You pick which door it is, but you don't stand near it.
Because I'm flying definitely like near the ceiling. So I don't know if grabby hand will work, but
I
he's gonna
think
try.
the thing is we have to be able to see in the door for it to activate or whatever. Even if we're not close enough, we have to be close enough to where we could see through it.
While you guys are discussing that, Chimry and Ermac are like, yeah, we're just gonna open this quick.
Yeah.
And Chimry, As that door opens, I need you and Riven
Oh God.
to make a dex save for me.
I'm over here like
This is.
I know. I don't want to stand in front of one of these doors. I'm not. This just doesn't feel like a safe bet.
Door flies
Yeah,
open.
yeah, Riven, you're taking it right on the side as soon as you're saying that. Chimry, you're able to bust up out of the way real quick, pushing up. Riven, you
I
feel
was gonna
the
say I was at the ceiling
yeah,
already when I opened it.
yeah. You feel this heat coming out as this like burst of flame comes out from behind the door. Nobody takes any damage. Everybody gets out of the way.
Ooh, sorry. Yeah. That won't make our teacher mad, will it?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm pretty sure nothing makes him mad,
Yeah,
except asking about his past.
I'm facing Bon Jovi and talking to him, and then I kind of just like rear back as the fire goes right in between us, and that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that worked.
All
Excellent.
right. I'll take that as tax. So which door do you want me to open?
Well, let's get to Ermac real quick. Ermac, you open that the black door, and it looks to be a hallway.
Yeah, I close that back up immediately. That's
More suspicious than fire from the wall?
I think I
Well,
know what's going on, guys.
he didn't open it, and then if you open it, and then there's like words.
I think I think I have an idea of what's going on. It looks like perhaps the door colors represent the element that is released by opening the door. So
You
the
test that with the black door.
the black door is opened, and it appears to just lead deeper into the dungeon. Like there's a little bit of a kink in the hallway right behind it, but it looks like a path forward.
okay.
Can I shoot a crossbow bolt into that doorway?
The the
If the door's closed.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
it's
closed
like
it in already. Okay. I was
so.
gonna say I could just shoot it and see if it just disintegrates as soon as it passes it.
So if my logic's correct, that black door is either very bad if we go into that hallway, or it's neutral and it's just an actual hallway.
Right. It's either an actual hallway or it's necro, and it'll completely destroy whoever walks in there.
I'm curious what the white door is, or I don't know if that's yellow or white over here.
I mean, does anybody do good with cold damage?
And there's two. I do. There's two blue doors though.
Well, perhaps somebody who does well with cold damage should try the white door.
Hmm.
Just
I
to
don't
test,
do good with any damage.
just to test the hypothesis.
I just learned that today. I'm actually gonna write that in my notes. Starts writing in his notes while he's flying up there.
I take a step back as I'm saying that.
Huh.
And blue might be water then.
Could be.
Statues are dangerous. Okay.
Wait, if that's the case, what about this one down here? This would just be nothing then. I can't think of a
Lightning?
tan element.
Wait, that's tan? Okay, I'm not the best person for this.
what
Just in
Nice.
general.
I mean, it could be. It could be
Yeah,
supposed
I
to
would
be.
say that's probably light.
we
Or
have un unidentified the light blue rug. Um, there, yeah. Um, the dark blue rug on the adjacent side, or not the adjacent side. This one over
Air,
here.
water.
We have the orange and the white up here, and the yellow.
It might
Radiant.
have to do with dragons, actually.
What do we want to do, guys?
Kind
Well,
of.
there's only one way to find out. Grabby, grabby.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just opens this other door.
Well, I'm guessing
He's-
Ermac and Shimmeray are opening those two doors.
I think Chimney's got this one.
So Chimmery's opening the orange door.
Yep, flying right up next to the roof, opening. Is that orange? You tell
Yeah.
me.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the one I'm opening.
We got purple rectangles over all the mats.
Yeah, I'm working
Okay.
on the ones we didn't identify yet.
Okay.
That one.
So
Fine,
we'll do Chimmery first. You open the door up. And behind the door is an animalistic totem. Its eyes begin to light up. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. Or is your strength score a 16 or higher?
No, my strength score is a 10,
Okay. Um,
and I got a 5 on my wisdom save.
okay. You you're gonna
The last
take
thing he shouts out before he goes down, he says, "I want to help."
you're going to take a penalty on your damage rolls. I'm not going to tell you how much or anything. It's just something that I'm going to calculate in. But the eyes go from like glowing on the totem to not. And
Would
you're
I
not,
feel this happen to me, or would it just be?
you would feel kind of slightly weaker in a sense, but you wouldn't necessarily know like what is going on, you know?
Yeah, he's just like, this is just a funny statue. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
statues.
what's going on here,
You
guys.
you already don't like statues, so this just gave you a
Yeah, I was
bad
gonna say
bad
this
vibe
statue
as you open
probably
this
is
one
gonna
up.
try and kill us, but luckily nothing happened. So let's try the next one.
Ermac, which one are you going for?
I'm gonna try this. We haven't done this light. I don't think my ping's working. The one in the bottom left corner.
That's the one you guys came through.
We came to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one we haven't done yet.
Yeah, yellow or white, and then light blue, dark blue.
Claudia's gonna put herself like kind of in the middle, so she's not near any of these new doors being opened.
Okay.
Like a good
Well,
cleric, staying out of danger.
I'm gonna test one more door for my hypothesis. I'm gonna try the tan, yellow, white one down here with my mage hand.
So bottom right.
Yeah.
Okay. Behind that door is a suit of armor. It is just standing there.
Is it another clinky clank?
I don't know. I don't know. Can I?
Just mage hand close the door.
Well, I have detect magic I could cast.
I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. I'm gonna just go ahead and close that back up. I know it's a weird thing, but I think we should go through the black door.
Do we even want to try the
Okay.
other doors? I mean, that one's the only one that's a hallways thus far.
Everything else has tried to kill us, so I'll leave
Fair
that up
point.
to y'all.
And also, I look over at Chimney. I thought I said stay near me.
Oh crap! I forgot. I'm sorry.
I'll try the black door. I'll see what's up. So I'm gonna head my way down there. I'm gonna open the door, just using my hand.
Okay.
And I've got I'm variant human. I've got the shadow touched feat, so I'm going to use the invisibility.
Okay.
After I open the door, I'm just going to go invisible and then try to stealth down that hallway just to see what I see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna peek around and see what happens as he goes through.
So the rest of you see Riven like open the door. All of a sudden he like just holograms out. And you hear footsteps going down the hallway. Just the echo of footsteps. Riven, you keep going down the hallway. And come across another room. There's no door at the end of the hallway or anything. It's just open up into the room. What do you do?
Oh my god, it's so sus. There hasn't been an announcement or nothing.
I mean, I'm definitely not a take one for the team kind of guy. So, seeing that this leads forward, I'm going to step back and whisper in their direction. Hey, it's down this way.
Oh, what was that? Oh my god, where?
So Riven, I'm not sure what kind of magic you can use. Did you go invisible by yourself, or was that the room?
No, that's me. That's me. It's
Okay.
we can have a conversation about magic after this is over.
Okay.
He wants to talk about
Oh
it
my
so
god,
much.
that's gonna be so fun.
I'm trusting Riven. I might run into Riven. Just kind of
I will. I will. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and just to make space, make way for them. I'm going to go ahead and step forward and then to the side.
Sure. As you enter the room, it's a pretty big room. There it is. You are on kind of like an enclosed, almost jail-like section. Um, Looking through the bars, you see a uh, giant four-headed statue of a hydra in the center of this room, and uh, water dominating the rest of the space. Circular stone platforms are like surrounding the statue. Um, uh, and you see to your left, through the metal grates, um, another exit point here.
Okay, statues are bad, guys. Remember, I learned this today.
Not really.
While
Um,
Joey's gonna yell down the hall, "Are you guys still alive?"
that is what the rest of you guys see as you come into the room whenever you decide to do that.
I'm
know if
sitting
I
on Claudia's shoulder again because she told me to stay close.
I don't know if I run into Riven or not, but I'm motioning my hands like a blind man.
As you step like beside me, I'll be like, "I'm over here. Don't worry."
Oh, Jesus.
Did you guys hear me?
I can check. See.
Ermac, probably not.
Probably not. Right shift. Let's try this out. Nothing happened. Okay.
That was a 5.
I didn't roll with disadvantage. I don't know what it is then. So no, don't hear
Some
anything.
sometimes you have to like click somewhere else on the page and then
Oh,
tap it.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Um
Oh,
uh
right shift is triple advantage.
Yeah.
ooh.
Control is disadvantage.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Not hearing.
Right control or left control.
Yeah, you guys the hallway is is safe. I'll let you guys know that right now. You guys make your way through to the platform here. You'll be well aware of what I'm talking about once you get there.
got
Hydra
scared.
statue. I'm gonna whisper to them as they come in. A Hydra statue with a lot of water. Does that raises some concern?
I know I don't like statues.
As everybody else walks in, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take some getting
Well, we
used
do
to.
have somebody who can fly. I can't right now.
Wait,
that's
who?
me.
Oh, me. Oh.
Uh,
I was told that I have to stay next to her.
I understand. You've already gotten hit by one statue. Statues are bad.
Yeah, statues are bad.
And
I have
and had one attack you with nothing happened.
Um,
Well, that statue didn't do anything. It just glowed weird.
does the water look weird at all?
no.
Can I do like a perception check or something like that, or an
Sure.
arcana check?
Is the water moving?
Pretty
Can
still
I do an
water.
arcana check to see if like I recognize any of the like magic that might be in the area?
Sure. There seems to be some dormant evocation magic within the Hydra statue.
Uh, I think that statue is mean. It probably is gonna shoot us.
This is probably a dexterity trial. Something you have to jump from stone to stone as quickly as possible to the other end without getting destroyed by that statue.
I could identify it if you guys want to spend 10 minutes, but I don't know if you all want to wait that long.
Honestly, I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere right now. I feel slow and steady might. I mean, obviously none of the constructs are getting out, so if we have to pause, we have to pause.
Boom, boom,
Um,
boom, boom,
so
boom, boom. This, you guys still hear this. Like,
because we are on a time limit.
yeah, anytime you guys hear, or there's a moment of silence, like that little heartbeat sound kind of comes back. But yeah, you guys are free to do what you want.
Does Ermac hear this? This is a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Okay, I do
Yes.
hear it. Okay. Huh. All I can hear is this loud thumping in my head.
Oh my god, that's so good. I thought I was the only one hearing it. That's good.
Are
Well,
the
it might not be good.
stones like worked stone or just regular stone?
They are finely crafted pieces of art that extend down into the water.
Okay, so they can't be manipulated.
Now, is there. Can I see this little pathway right here?
Yeah,
Can
yeah. You guys can see the exit through the gates. There's just no way to get from here to here.
I throw a deuces and I misty step over there?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, there you go. Hack it. I was trying to see if I had a hack, but I don't. Oh wait, I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is freeze the water between these first 2 points,
Wrong one. My bad.
between the two pillars, and then I'm going to just start dashing through them, freezing the next spot as I go.
Uh, okay. You're doing that. One, it's a cantrip to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can still only target one thing with one cantrip. So, I mean, you could freeze one chunk of water, but you wouldn't be able to just like run across and be like pacha 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 the with like the entire thing. You could definitely do that for Like
Oh, yeah, it says you can
one,
do that with mold earth. It doesn't say you can do that with shaped water.
But how I
yeah,
was thinking that he was saying is he'd freeze it, run across it to the stone, and then freeze the next part and drop the photo
yeah,
behind it.
I was
yeah. If
basically
if he wants to take 6 seconds between each one and do that, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I get
But
what you're saying. He couldn't like just
yeah,
at a
it's
full
still it's
sprint
still an
do each
action
one.
to do that. So, um, yeah,
That would be a really slow sprint.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I have an idea.
All right.
It's a bit of a risky idea. Um,
All right. I'm going to take a step back. Ask Claudia for luck and just start
he's
trying to
gonna
jump
put his
this.
hand on your shoulder and go, "Wait a second. Did we realize that we don't know what triggers that thing? Let me try something before you do your thing, please."
All right.
I'm going to cast Taumaturgy
Okay.
of making a sound emanate on that spot.
On like the first stepping stone.
Yes, as if something like stepped on it, like the sound of a foot.
Okay. Um. da-da-da-da. Nothing. Nothing happens.
Oh, that's
As
a good
as the
idea.
sound goes off.
I cast grabby grabby and I push down on the stone.
Um. As you push down on the stone, the uh the eyes on the statue uh light up, and you hear this voice. Oh, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for your favorite event of the evening. Welcome to Flaming Hopscotch.
Oh no.
Well, let's write about one thing.
It's a good thing we tested that before you went out there.
So, thanks to your investigation, I believe it would be safe for you, Shemare, to just fly over there.
Okay, and he just starts flying.
Yeah, what's your flying speed?
30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, you make it safely over there. Sitting next to Ermac. Yep.
Hey,
Dope sauce.
Chimney.
Hey, my name's Shemare, but and you guys, it's fine. We can call me Chimney.
All right. So that's the two people who can cheat.
The
Riven, we know this is weight triggered, so I don't think being invisible is going to help anymore.
the
No. No.
the other three of you, I'm going to need you to roll me initiative and a either athletics or acrobatics check if you plan to move across the stones.
I am going to cast Armor of Agathes on myself and give myself some extra hit points.
For sure.
Doesn't that freeze you?
Yeah, it creates like a frost around me. It doesn't freeze me solid, and then gives me 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
God,
I should have cast Spider Climb on Claudia before I found.
it's I have a few protection spells for myself. I did come a little prepared, but
Bon.
nothing for
Yep.
movement.
Thank you.
How much does Claudia weigh?
You guys watch as like
There's no way you can
after
carry Claudia.
after a moment
Yeah, she's 145 pounds.
the um
I have 150 pound lift.
yeah, but
I
how
have
much
300
stuff are
pound
you,
lift and 150 pound carry.
how much
Oh,
stuff
you're right.
are you carrying right now? Yeah.
I'm only carrying 85 pounds.
How much stuff is Claudia carrying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna
87
say, but
pounds.
she's probably carrying more. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would equal over because I only weigh 60 pounds.
You guys see the Hydra statue begin to spin, and all of a sudden it like stops, and 4 bursts of flame come shooting out. of the Hydra's mouths. And it spins more, and then it stops. Bon, you're the first on initiative. It's up to you if you guys want to tackle this a different way. But yeah, what do you guys want to do here?
I'm going at this like a ranger.
Yeah, it'll either be athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, I thought it was a dex save.
Well, I mean, acrobatics is dex, but yeah, it's not a save. No, you can still use the 20. Because yeah, you rolled it. You can move up to your movement across the stones. So whatever that is, you're 30 or 35 feet. Yeah.
All right. Starting from where I am, or starting from the jump?
Starting from the jump.
By the way, I'm digging these like environmental effects. I never really got to see these in action, so interesting.
Riven, you are the next speediest in the situation. You obviously can't share a space with somebody else. So unfortunately, you'll only be able to get to like 2 stones through. But I am going to need you to make me either an athletics or acrobatics check if you are going to make a move right now. Otherwise, you can choose to not move yet. If that's the case, we'll move on to Claudia.
Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until he moves forward, and then I'm gonna use so I can use the dash action and go as far as possible.
This being a skill challenge, the dash action is not going to be a thing right now.
Okay.
Can I use Mage Hand on one of the other stones up here?
It's already been triggered.
Yeah, there's already someone's already stepping on the stone, so that it's already like activated. But
Oh, so it's not about which stone you're standing on. It's about
not necessarily. No.
okay. So there's just basically going to be fire spinning around the room.
Yeah. Claudia, are you going to? Riven, make me that either athletics or acrobatics check. All right. Riven, you actually slip and fall into the water and end up being teleported right back there.
That's cool.
No.
That's not so bad.
Okay.
Claudia, make me that acrobatics or
Oh, I'm
athletics.
not moving out onto there yet. I'm thinking
Oh,
1%
you're
of
good.
the time is the way to go.
You're gonna
But
wait it out.
I'm gonna wait it out, but I am going to cast Blast on the 3 of us.
Okay, that's fair.
So that way, we have that extra D4 on saving throws.
Okay. We're not making saving throws right now.
All right.
If you have something for skill checks, like you can save the spell slot.
All I have is guidance, so. Dang it! That throws a wrench in my plans.
To do it the hard way.
Yeah. No. Damn it. Okay.
It's all
All
right.
I got is healing spells. All right, you know what? All I got is guidance. So I'm gonna put it on. Well, since I saw Riven come back, I'm gonna walk over and put guidance on him if he wants to try again.
I whiffed it.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. As the Hydra statue begins to spin, Bond does a 17 hit.
Yes.
Okay. You take 9 points of fire damage as the Hydra's eyes glow and spin around.
I'm going to react with absorb elements.
Okay.
So mitigate 3 of that.
Okay, so that'd be just 6 damage for you then. And then you gain resistance for the next hit, right? Unless you release it. How that works, if my memory is right.
I think he just gets resistance this round, and he can use it into his attack next round.
Yeah, I just have resistance till the start of my next turn. And then on my next turn, I can also make a melee attack with the damage that I absorbed.
Okay.
So, looking at this, is it just spinning and shooting out of the mouths? So,
Yeah.
say someone who was directly above the statue might not be getting attacked?
Roll me perception.
Man, that's not good for me. Got an 18 though.
It looks like the room almost completely fills with fire as the waves go up and down. Claudia and Riven, something about the bars that you guys are behind seem to be some sort of magical barrier that protects you from the flames. But the rest of the room seems to be almost engulfed with hydro breath, for lack of a better term.
Oh, well, there goes my plan.
Great.
Damn, I wish I took Sentry today. That would have been such a useful thing to have.
Bon, go ahead and make me another athletics or acrobatics check.
God damn it.
Okay. You find yourself slipping into the water, going across as you make your movement, and you reappear, unfortunately, not at the beginning of the room,
but
but
back where I was.
right on that spot where you were last stable.
Okay.
I
like that.
Riven, that brings it to you. Should you want to try again, or Claudia?
Seeing the room fill with fire, I need to be out there as few turns as possible. So I'm going to wait until there's enough space for me to use my full movement.
Claudia, what about you?
Actually, there might be something. Here.
Crispy.
Yeah, I have 2 things. Unfortunately, if I use this, I'm gonna lose guidance. So, I do have a shield of faith. I didn't bring sanctuary, but I did bring shield of faith, which might come in handy because it does give a +2 to AC. Who wants it?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Who wants the +2 to AC?
Nobody's speaking up.
Probably give it to Riven because he's he's much lower level than I am.
I got 15 health now with my +5 for my spell.
Okay, so I'll give you Shield of Faith, which will give you a +2 AC. For as long as I'm holding the spell, unless you want guidance.
No, the AC will work. That'll bump me up to 17.
Okay. So
that'll
you
help.
get yeah, it's +2 AC for the duration.
Nice.
Okay. And that is concentration though, right?
It is a concentration. That's why I said it's either you get the guidance or you get that one.
Cool. So with you guys doing that, we'll go. I assume you're going to stay on the platform this turn then.
Yeah.
Okay. Bond, go ahead. Athletics or acrobatics?
I mean, I'm not going to argue if it doesn't, but it didn't do the thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It missed this turn, unless a 5 hits you.
Yeah, I'm just feeling super weak this week.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes around, you're like, "Oh, so I guess it's not like gonna hit me every time." Um
Nice.
and yeah, you definitely are able to move your full movement. Okay. Riven, you're next.
I guess I'm up. I'll get to the side, take a couple deep breaths, and make that jump. Let's see what I can do.
Go
Is
ahead.
adventuring always this weird?
Go ahead and move your full movement for me.
Nice. Okay.
Can I get into Chimmery's ear to whisper, but I kind of yell on accident? Say, it gets weirder.
Ow. Okay.
All right, Claudia, you're standing there in the little like jail cell like entryway to the room. Um, you got two friends that just like hacked this room all the way through. Um, you see Bon on one side of the room. He's like boom, boom, boom. Riven was able to go on his. Are you gonna try to go, or are you gonna wait, or what's?
I wait so I can maintain that concentration without worry of being like having to roll to maintain it.
Sure, sure. Okay. Bon. Uh, an 18 hits. Yeah.
Yep. And oh god, no, so we both got that one.
Um, well, I'm gonna roll it separate for each of you guys.
Oh, okay.
That's 3 points of damage. The absorb elements only lasts until the end of your turn.
Yeah, until
right?
my next turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gone.
Oh, and a 5 is not gonna hit Riven. I don't care what level you are.
You are this time.
Yeah. So that's where that's at. Bon, go ahead and see if you can press forward.
God darn it.
You like make it around the corner, and you go, and but you just not quite stable on the last one as you slip and drop into the water, uh, reappearing right in the position you're at right now. Uh, Riven, you see him do that, and you're like, "Fuck." Uh, okay. Um, roll me that, or stay there. I mean, it's up to you. I don't know why you
No,
wouldn't.
strategy is definitely to move
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We're running the bases together. No, apparently we're not, or we're running the bases. Or we are.
We're
Yeah,
trying to run the bases together.
Riven, you were like going. You're like you guys both went at the same time. You're like, "Yep, it's time to go."
We're
And
still a
then
third.
like you hit that last one just as Bond like reappears back there, and you're like, "Oh, bam!" into the water, and you are just right back onto that stone right there. Claudia, what do you do?
Wow.
Okay. The Bond's back at the beginning with me, or is he just
No,
back on that
no,
stone?
he's back on that stone.
Okay. She's gonna shout out to him like, "Do you need some healing? Or are you good?"
I'm all right for right now.
Okay. And she'll just wait.
Okay, as the
I'm
Hydra
really worried about.
spins,
I know she's resistant, but I'm also really worried about her going through this.
the
I got an
Hydra.
AC of 18. Trust me, when it's my turn to go, I'm using bless on myself. That's why you two go first.
How about your athletics and acrobatics though?
Not great.
Yeah.
So, uh, Bond, the 21 is going to hit, and it's going to do 10 points of damage. Riven, a 5, again, I think is not going to do the same thing. So,
Nope. AC 17 at the moment.
yeah, Bond, if you want to use the absorb elements again, that's an option for you. But as of right now, you're taking a 10-point hit from the fire.
Fucking 3s and 4s. I keep rolling 3s and 4s.
So 7 points of damage for you then after the absorb elements. And it's your turn again.
Oh, God damn it.
We're struggling on this corner here. Riven, you're up.
This is the confusion thing all over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're able to make it there. But with Bond, you kind of were hesitant to jump this next one this time, and you see Bond take the corner hard again and go back in and appear, and you're like, yeah, this was a good move. Claudia, are you staying put?
I can still see both of them.
Yeah, you'll be able to see them the entire time going around.
Right.
So, yeah, it's up to you if you want to try to mosey your way on through or not.
No, I'm not gonna risk losing that bless on a Riven.
That's valid.
Mhm.
The Hydra begins to spin. That's a 20 on Bond. For you still have the absorb
Has
elements.
resistance.
So 4 points of damage instead of 8. And does a 14 hit Riven? No, you have a boosted AC right now. It is 17, right?
Yep, feel pretty good.
Yeah. So the flames miss you. Bond, keep it up, dog.
It sucks. It sucks. I'm starting to hurt.
Just shout when you want me to throw you a heal.
Yeah, if you would like the heals, like
Jesus fuck.
Can I, since I know that I won't be able to go past this if he falls, can I give him the help action and just sacrifice my turn this turn?
well, you could at the same time. I assume you guys are like moving, kind of trying to move in unison. So should you succeed and he fails, like you
Maybe
would
We'll
you
move
would make it past where he's at,
Okay.
because he just gets teleported back behind you.
Damn, normally I would go ahead, I would sacrifice the turn, but my guy is a selfish prick.
No, I want you to get ahead because we don't both need to be stuck in this shit.
That's Bon. I if you would like healing after your last hit and you want to tell Claudia that, you can do so. I we yeah. I need to know though.
Do I still have an action? Can I still use an action?
I mean, what? Yes.
So when I get teleported back here, I just whip out my health potion and drink it.
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
I just teleport back to the cell. I'm like, fuck. Pull out this
Yeah,
potion.
just pop it and just
Get ready for the
start
fire.
chugging it. Riven, go ahead and make me your check, dog.
And let's do this. Let's do it. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, go ahead and move your movement for me.
Gets it right there.
Yeah, you make it around that corner and you're like, bruh, it's not that hard.
And then next turn I'm gonna slip on that.
This turn, a 20 does hit as you take a little barbecue action.
Yep, that's gonna do it.
Well, we do. It's just a little singe, little Cajun, for 1 damage.
Okay, I can take that.
And it's a 12 to hit on Bond, so that's going to be a miss.
There we go.
Melt some of the ice covering my body.
Yeah. Bond, hit it again, dog.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, move that movement. Riven, go ahead. You do the same. You also move your whole movement.
Running down.
We have an 11 for Riven. That's a miss, and a 21 for Bond. So he will take a hit for 5 points of damage. Bond, give me that. Give me that check.
Oh,
God fucking that. It was like 15,
Yeah.
17, 18, too.
Riven.
Claudia's just gonna shout out, Bond, do you need a heal?
If I get hit this time, yes.
Alright.
Riven, you make it all the way through. As you go from the last step into the doorway, you hear congratulations, hopscotch complete, and the Hydra, like the glow in its eyes goes away, and it kind of descends back into the water to its natural starting point.
Oh, thank Jesus.
And
Wait,
Bon
I
Jovi
know we
collapses
just had
on the
one person pass it.
Bon Jovi collapses on the pillar that he's on, just kind of catching his breath.
I'm gonna look at Ermac and go, "What was the name of the guy that built this place? That owns this place?"
Reginald.
I'm gonna fucking kill Reginald. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but he's on a list. It's gonna happen.
So I don't think I get it across good enough, but Bon Jovi is supposed to like look like um Ryan Seth Rogen. So just imagine like Seth Rogen just super pissed and super tired trying to jump across these stones.
Nice.
Claudia, from where she's sitting, will do a healing word on Bon Jovi.
If it helps at all, I'd like to like switch places with uh Riven and like try to help people up if they get close enough.
So the entire room is now dormant. So
Yeah, so we can swim
yeah,
over there now.
yeah, you guys, whether you fall into the water or not and get teleported back to where you were, no more fires coming out anymore. So even if Claudia's like on to the next one and on to the next one, like you guys are all able to eventually make it into the next hallway,
Sweet.
towards the second or the next room.
Smart cleric moves.
This room that you guys come upon is almost as large as the last. The floor is a plush carpet, and the walls are lined with bookshelves. You don't see any other way out of the room. You guys can go ahead and move your tokens like down the hallway and into the next room. And you see a table, two benches, and an open book in the center of the room. What do you guys do?
Oh my god, look at all the books.
Touch?
Uh,
Don't touch anything.
There seems to be one book on that table.
He's like in the process of reaching for a book and he goes, no?
No. No.
Okay.
When
But
in a
books
dungeon,
aren't bad.
in a dungeon, dear, suspect everything except your party. That is that. Everything in the
Does
dungeon.
anything look out of place other than that book on the table?
Partying is good. Nope. Taken.
It looks like a random library. Like some of the books are sticking out a little more than the other ones. But the only thing that seems out of place is the book in the middle of the room.
I would like to cast Mage Hand and grab a book from a shelf on the opposite side of the room.
Which shelf?
Let's do this one here, the middle on the right.
Okay. Um,
Purple book, if that helps.
uh,
I'd like to do an Arcana check also.
the book comes out. Um, uh, make me well, what do you do with the book as you take it out?
I just want to make sure that there's not going to be like a trap, like something explodes or something.
Nothing happens as the mage hand pulls the book out.
Okay, I'm gonna have it open the book as well, like have it hanging open. See
Okay.
if that does anything.
Nothing happens with your mage hand holding the book. No.
Okay, I'm gonna have it close the book and bring it to me, and I'm gonna read the cover of the book if there is one.
I'm going to look at the book on the table.
Okay. I'm getting
Sitting back on Claudia's shoulder, kind of pouty, because this is his favorite room so far.
He gets to look at a book.
Claudia is going to be explaining, like, even if it's a room full of books, you don't know what books are safe to read and which ones might pertain to have a curse on it or, will unleash an entity. And also, this is a Fungeon. We don't know what could possibly kill us in here. It's meant
They
to
get to
be
read
dangerous.
books.
Ermac, you
Young
should
lad.
have control over that hand.
Okay.
They are using their mage hands to look, but not touch or open with their actual hands.
I do want to point out that I don't touch the book on the table. I just try to read it by looking at it.
The page, there's like the book is open. One page is completely blank. The other page has one line on it. It says, and they picked up the book, to be continued.
Okay, so apparently this is a self-writing book. Uh,
I look
do
over.
do I have to be the asshole who picks this thing up?
As you're looking at it, it like begins to scribble. Another book was taken off the shelf, and its title read "The Blinking Lights." Ermac, you're looking at a book being held by your mage hand that says "The Blinking Lights."
I look over to Chimerium and say, "Look, young lad, this is a good lesson to learn. Go through the proper steps first."
Is there a pencil next to the book on the table?
No, there's not.
Hmm.
So you said you have some kind of self-writing book over there, Bond.
I have ink and pen.
If somebody would like to investigate the book, they could. If you
I
guys just
will,
want to keep randomly pulling books, that's fine too.
Shimmeray, I will allow you to investigate the book if you agree to not touch it or write in it just yet.
Okay.
All right, I'm giving him help on that.
Step 1, investigate your surroundings. Step 2, look at items. Claudia is now going to make a list.
Nat 20.
And you're investigating the book in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I guess.
I was just reading. If you were investigating something else, that's fine.
Yeah. I just whatever Dom was looking at, I'm investigating that.
Okay. This book, you kind of like give it some pokes and like some blows, and you see that it says, Tales of an Adventurer, Part 1. And so far, this book has given a detailed account of since you guys have walked through the door. And the following that, like, as you go back to the page that it was, it reads, and they picked up the book, to be continued.
The book is telling us to pick it up.
Okay, so it said that it has everything that we've done. Then it said that then they picked up the book, and then they picked up another book, and then it says they picked up the book again.
Yeah, it just goes into you investigating the book. It like tells you the story of you investigating it.
I'm gonna pull another book out from the middle on the bottom shelf.
Okay, with the mage hand again.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
gonna just have it drop the book it was holding right in front of me.
Okay. Um, make me an investigation.
Okay. Got to use those random tables, you know.
Yeah. As the book drops, you see its like pages like start to flutter as it goes to the ground, like it's about to spring open, and you just like step your foot on top of it, and you're like,
Not today.
no, no.
Okay.
Can I see that quill, Shimmery?
Yeah, here you go. And I hand him the quill and the ink.
All right, go back over to Claudia, please.
Okay. And I go flap over and sit on her shoulder.
If you'd like, you can investigate that next book, Ermac, that you pull out.
Okay.
This book is also conveniently titled "The Blinking Lights," and so you're just like, no, no.
I want to take the quill and write on the empty page and the door opened.
You see on the previous page, it says, and they tried to write in the book, and that did not work. And the writing on the other page disappears.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
Does
Oh, go ahead.
Does anybody have like any kind of counter magic, something that removes some magic from something? I give the quill back to Shimmery.
My
Thank you.
counter.
Did it work?
My counter magic.
The book told me it didn't work.
You know, we could like try lighting the book on fire.
Imagine just all of us here have like a fire cantrip.
Everybody,
I
Roll
have
fire
a torch.
I got a torch.
everybody, roll me insight real quick.
Pretty good
And
rolls.
guidance from me.
Yeah. As a group, you guys determine that this book is called Tales of an Adventurer Part 1, and perhaps you guys need to find Part 2.
I'm going to pull another book off of the. I'm gonna have the mage hand gently set this book down on top of the other one.
My intelligence is still down one, right?
It is.
All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna acknowledge that we said that. I was like, yes, okay, or we could burn the book.
See, since they were investigating the book, could I see from where I'm at? Could I see the binding of the book, like the cover of the book?
Sure. Yeah.
Could I do just a quick scan of the room just to see if I see another book with that same kind of cover on it?
Yeah. Do me an investigation.
I'll step out and be like, "Hey, try to find the one with the matching cover."
Okay. I can help.
Yeah. Everybody can roll me an investigation with advantage, as you guys all tag team look for what's going on.
It was a nat 1 and then a nat 17.
Who wants to spare guidance?
I got a 19. I don't think I need it.
Get your
I got a
guidance, yeah.
17.
Get your guidance. Come get your
Fresh
guidance.
out guidance.
Roger, guidance.
Everybody locates a book looking similar. There is like one on each shelf that is the same color. There is two that have Tales of an Adventurer. One is part 7 down here, and there is a part 2 over here.
Nobody touched that part 7.
Oh, bad. Who was the
I
one that found
swear to
it?
God.
Who
Can I
found?
use grabby hands to try and grab 2?
Yeah, you successfully pulled 2 up out of the shelf.
So who would have been the one that actually found 7 first?
You did.
I was pulling off of this shelf. So, I mean, if that's the case.
I don't mind whoever gets it. I just that might be informative of what happens to it. Yeah, if you were over there, Mac, then you grabbed it.
Yeah.
What do you
Who
do?
whoever grabs book 7, the pages like start to like fly out. But it rolled a 6 for an attack, so it doesn't matter who grabbed it. That they were able to dodge the thing, slamming it shut, putting it back on the shelf. As we pull out number 2, um, uh, flipping open the first page, uh, Chemery, make me an investigation real quick with advantage, please.
Of course, now I roll terrible.
Guidance. Hey, as long as it's
I'll
before the DM says anything, I can do it.
12.
There we go.
okay.
Randy's hating me for this. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the guidance just isn't enough, and our boy only got 6 points of HP as he takes 6 points of HP from a page flying out. The the book lands on the floor, open, and inside it reads, "A hero fell, but a bookshelf opened." As he takes the paper cut and a shelf opens.
So far, I've been killed by a statue and a book.
Yeah, this is a rough one, man.
Yeah.
Rough.
Claudia's gonna walk over, shaking her head, and just give him a potion of healing.
A path reveals itself here.
I grab Chimmery whenever he wakes up and I say, "Listen, boy, always use Mage Hand. It's important."
I did use Mage Hand.
Okay.
There you go. 5 points of health.
That's almost all of it.
Almost, yeah.
Lesson 2. Use
I
Mage Hand
literally
and run
did
away.
exactly what was told. Find volume 2, and I used Mage Hand, still got dropped.
You gotta
I
run
am
away.
so happy. I am so happy that I bought some potions before we started this.
And that's why you don't run in first. You let other people handle that kind of thing.
And that's why I'm the healer.
You guys make your way down the path, and you make your way to like a corner in the hallway. Looking out around the corner, you see a larger hallway in front of you. Long and empty, except for these large, demonic looking statues embedded in the walls to the left and the right.
Statues are bad. Books are apparently also bad. Books have never been angry at me before. But maybe that's why all the colleges keep denying me, because books don't like sorcerers. Maybe that's what it is.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah, honestly, check.
I just think you're just having a very rough day.
I think it's probably the books.
I'm gonna.
Books are for nerds.
Absolutely. There's a much better way. We'll talk about it later.
Does anybody have a passive intelligence of 14?
17.
Perfect. You are able to
Passive
look
intelligence?
through, yeah, like a
My
passive
investigation?
investigation, yeah.
All right, I have 11.
I mean, anybody with a 14 or higher sees that there is no pattern to the color of these tiles, but makes the correlation that there is one on each row with a statue looking right out in front of the thing. Ermac, since I assume you're taking that mage hand and pressing that red little tile right there, as soon as you do, a like a flaming crossbow bolt flies across to the other side. You take your hand and you place it on the black side, and you're like, "This one appears safe."
Okay, guys, avoid the red tiles.
Red
What
is
That
about,
bad.
seems easy enough.
Okay.
what about dark gray versus light gray? Is there any difference?
That has yet to be
No,
determined. Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
I flip flap.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Yeah, I start following Bon Jovi because I'm living on a prayer. I'm gonna make it. I swear.
He just flies over it.
Show off.
Statues
that's
are bad.
two. That's two of them you just ignored.
Yeah, but the other two drop me.
They told you to stay in the back.
I listened to everything you said in the last one, and I still got dropped.
Welcome to the adventuring life.
Yeah, that's what adventures are. We get fucked up a lot.
And this is why Claudia said stay in the back. And has done absolutely nothing other than occasionally bless, guidance, heal. All from a distance, except for the guidance. Guidance is the only time she's touched people.
I don't know if I have. Does anybody remember me going down?
What do you mean?
No.
Went down the water a lot.
Bon Jovi got dropped one time. No, he didn't get dropped. That was Tig that got dropped, and then Swa. Bon Jovi sat way in the back and let someone else come and try and save us while he hid.
I was fucking marking people with my arrows.
Hiding.
And that was with Haru.
Yeah, Haru is the one that had to come and save us with no healing.
I was the one who got you up with healing.
Yeah, I know. After me and fucking Swa both took grievous injuries.
Because you were jumping at a crowd that was trying to run away. So I was riding that
I'm
thing
not
though.
talking about that one. That's when we fought the hippogriffs. But also, yeah, this you bringing
Okay,
up
you
another
went down
time
from that
where
hippogriff from your
you
own
hit.
thing. You tried to
Look,
like
that's not the
acrobat
point.
jump on that.
That's not the point. That's not the point I was making. You were still hiding.
Yeah, we were really low level at that point, especially me.
Each of you guys gains 100 points of experience, 50 for each of the rooms that you passed.
Word.
I'm 50 points away from a level.
Does Riven get anything extra for being the one who did the hopscotch successfully?
Riven gets an extra 25.
A little bit closer.
I'm so close to the next level. I'm gonna taste it.
Claudia's got a long way to go. She needs like 2,000 still.
You guys make your way through the next hallway and come out into a massive domed room lying before you. Fallen stone columns lie strewn about by on either side of this like apparent river of lava going through the room. Yeah, there's this chasm going across with and a bridge. There is an exit that you guys see on the other side of the room. What do we do here?
I fly straight up to the ceiling.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
You're about 20 feet up right now.
That's as far as he thought this through.
I don't see none with an 8, right?
I mean, nothing more than what I shared.
Yeah.
Claudia is going to gingerly step into the room and off to the side to let everyone else go ahead of her.
Hey, Claudia, you want to give me help on perception? I mean, I know I'm a bad roller, but
Yeah, guidance. There you go.
I could help with your perception roll because I am like up looking down on everything.
Go ahead.
there we go.
There, that's better. No guidance needed.
There you hear nothing in the room other than the sound of like boiling lava, like bubbling. It's eerily quiet except for that constant.
So, okay, so always use mage hand, and he just grabby hands and starts poking stuff.
Okay.
So what's up with these pillars?
They appear to just be like ruined, fallen pieces of stonework.
Kind of pat Riven on the shoulder. I'm like, I'm afraid this boy's a lost cause.
This is really loud.
Can't fault him for his courage, but I don't know if it's quite warranted yet.
Claudia wants to check the pillars to see if there are any like writings or runes on them.
The ones on this side or the ones on the other side?
The ones that are on this side first.
They're definitely decorated, but nothing of like arcane or divine meaningfulness. They look like they were just designed to look pretty.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up a loose stone or a piece of the pillar or whatever I can grab and chuck it towards the lava.
Yeah, you do that. It goes right in and like the Terminator slowly sinks down in.
Becomes more lava. All
Yeah.
right.
So, guys, I think we might be dealing with a potentially a bridge that collapses, like a glass bridge, so to speak. I'm guessing.
Actually,
The given Bond's perception, the bridge looks sturdy as hell. It could definitely hold all of you guys. Sure.
Just my PTSD talking.
Maybe it's going to be some sort of trial by combat, and that's why the pillars are all knocked over.
Good point.
The bridge also is not appearing magical in any way, just a sturdy ass stone bridge.
I was thinking more the pillars is what I was focusing on.
Oh, yeah. Also, again, just
Same deal though.
yeah, standard stone, ornately decorated, but collapsed.
Anybody do well with fire damage?
It
So
just
far,
kind of gives a
I don't do
slight
well with
wave,
any
like,
damage.
"Hello, I'm a tiefling."
Well,
But
after
before
you,
she does,
man.
uh, but before she does anything, or any, like doesn't take a step or anything, she's actually going to use thaumaturgy to make a sound echo as if it crossed the bridge to um right here. So like sound like someone walked across it and it stopped there.
Uh, okay. Um, as you make that sound, um, there is a little bit of excess bubbling coming from the lava, and you see uh, a giant fire beetle crawl up out
Ah,
and go it is now in that space right there. As it crawls out, another one crawls out right there, and two uh, winged miffets come flying out of the lava towards the roof.
I assume. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I assume we use the same initiative, but we rolled again for
Yeah,
that
no.
last thing.
So go ahead and everybody's going to roll initiative for me, right? Meow.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Claudia testing the rooms.
Might be
I
getting
threw a rock in the lava, and that didn't stir the beetles.
Dang it! What is with these initiative rules? First a 1, now a 3?
The healer has to wait until everybody gets hurt so they can heal them.
Yeah, I guess.
I was gonna say that actually kind of makes sense that the two people with healing magics do go last.
Yeah. This is true.
My hearing is quaint, but my vision is impeccable.
Ermac,
Right?
you catch that out of all of them out of your peripherals as they're coming out. What do you do?
Well, I assume Firebolt's not going to do a whole lot, so I'm going to.
I can't see the methods. Could you dot them for me? Thank you.
Done.
Let's
Appreciate
do
you.
Chromatic Orb at first level on this first bug here. Fire
The
Beetle.
the one on the south side or the north side?
The south side
Okay,
towards us.
cool.
And let's do. Thinking cold damage. Where is this? Okay, there it is. Yeah, let's do cold damage for that.
Okay, and that's a save by me or an attack by you?
That is an attack.
Okay.
I think it's rolling. There it is. 11
Uh,
to hit.
Unfortunately, 11 is not going to be enough to hit the small creature crawling out of the lava.
Okay.
Uh,
I will take a couple steps back into the hallway.
okay.
And that would be my turn.
The Miffits will go next.
I'll also drop my mage hand, by the way.
Okay. I am going to need Bon to make 2 dex saves, and I need Claudia to make 1.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
nat 1.
At least it's a sudden attack or anything.
Hmm.
Don't want to be rolling on that table.
Okay. So, Vaughn, as the two Miffits kind of come down, both of them breathe a fire breath, this cone of fire out of their mouth. The you save on both hits. The first one does 2 damage. The second one does 3 damage. Claudia, you failing the one breath coming at you, you'll take 7 points of fire damage.
And that's with my resistance,
Oh,
or no?
no. So you'll take 3 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I love being a tiefling?
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a tiefling.
Yeah.
Um,
But then again, Claudia is also very afraid of fire because she has burns on her neck and face that nobody can see because it's under a veil. So this is not good.
Bon, you are next. Both the Miffits are hovering in the air, but they are within melee range should you get to where they're at. Chimmery, just a point of reference, you are about 15 feet above their current location.
Yeah. Okay, so they're 5 feet in the air and I'm 15 feet above them.
Yeah, you're 20 feet up. Bon, it is your turn.
So I'm going to aim at this fire beetle down here.
The north one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and fire him with a bow.
Yeah, that'll do it. You blast that thing. And it blows up in a sprout of bug guts.
All right. I say everybody run for the exit.
Riven, you're next. What do you do?
That's the play. I'm gonna listen to the man. He's already sprinting across the bridge, so I'm gonna take the dash action and just run ahead of him.
Okay, show me the path you're taking.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then another 5. Can I go over that pillar?
Sure.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'll stay right there
Okay.
and turn back and look at everybody else to see if they're gonna run too.
Chimry, you catch his eyes first. What do you do?
I say, okay. I go to there and I say, okay, I got an idea. I don't really know what this does. And I turn around and I shoot the I don't know beam at the Mephit here.
Which is
Chaos
actually
Bolt.
Chaos Bolt. Okay. Uh, and you rolled a to hit on that, or I make a save.
Oh, wow, that did a whole lot of dice at once.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, that's because it put every single
Yeah,
one
I
in
don't
there.
know.
Okay, so if we're gonna do it,
Okay.
if we're gonna do it like this, you just need to make sure you're stating what type of damage you're gonna
Yeah,
produce before
no.
you
So
roll it.
that's not how that attack works. It didn't do that right at all. It's supposed to just be an attack, and then I'm supposed to roll 2d8, and then what the 2d8s get is then it bounces between those. So I don't know what the fuck that just was.
Okay. That rolled 2d8 for all of them. So
Yeah, can I just re-roll that? Because I have no idea what just happened.
I mean, either way, you nat one.
Could roll
Okay,
an 8,
well,
see what the damage is.
because I just
Yeah.
cast and it just
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
to
that was weird.
we'll have to fix how that all goes
That's
for
weird. Mine didn't do
damage and
that.
stuff. But roll
Well,
me.
no, yours
Well,
is
I
chaos
clicked
bolt.
cast not to hit, so like I didn't roll
Yours
to
is
hit.
I
just
did
cast and it just threw everything out there all at once.
I did chromatic bolt, not chaos bolt.
Yeah, chaos bolt is different. It's supposed to be to hit, and then I was supposed
Yeah.
to hit the 2d8 thing, but it just rolled all the d8s.
So roll me that
But yeah,
D100.
so I guess D100. Great, this is awesome. I love how this is going so far.
I think this was payback for yesterday's
This
game.
that is not even
Yo,
true.
I had no fucking part in that. That was entirely you guys fucking
Yeah.
everything up.
I'm just
That had
kidding.
nothing to do with me.
You you cast the spell, nothing nothing terrible happens. It is a flagrant miss. But that's just what it is.
Wow, something smells nice.
Something smells nice. The
Fragrant mist.
the beetle continues on forward and tries to take a bite out of Lady Claudia.
Okay.
It's a 20 hit.
Yes. My AC's 18.
So that is 3 points of slashing damage. Comes in hot. But it is your turn now.
All right. She's pissed. Not to mention she's scared of fire. So she's gonna just whack that freaking beetle with her mace.
Heck yeah, send it.
Kick his ass.
Oh, you kidding me? It's 11.
11, unfortunately, is not enough to hit the small creature.
All right.
As it gives you a
That's
kind
not
of
what hit me earlier, was it?
no,
the
that
myth
was
is one that
that was
breathed
the myth
fire
hit.
on you. This one just bit you.
Okay.
That guy that I just pinged is the one that
Yeah, but the one
you.
who attacked me, I forgot I have Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, yep. I mean, you could hellish rebuke this little beetle right here that just bit
Oh,
you.
hell yeah. I'm going to Hellish Rebuke
I'll let you do
it.
that for sure.
All right. Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, shoot that fire at the fire creature.
Gas!
Wow.
So, I have to make a dex save.
Yeah.
That's a nat 1. So, yeah, this fire beetle is decimated by your hellish rebuke.
This is the one time you'll hear Claudia say, fuck you.
If you would like to say that you swung on one of the Miffits instead, you can. I will leave that up to you, as the rebuke would have happened just before your turn.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, because I was gonna actually move forward to the one at the bridge, and swing at it.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token there.
Alright.
The 11 actually does hit the Miffit.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and roll some damage on that.
Wait. That's a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely connect with it pretty good. It's not enough to kill it or anything, but it is definitely taken a hit. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to use?
No.
Okay, that'll bring us to back to Ermac then.
Okay, being impressed that I just saw Claudia use fire damage and it worked. I'm gonna use a firebolt on the method.
To be fair, you saw her use fire damage on the beetle, not on the Mythic.
That is 100% true, and you have
Yeah.
fought Mephits before, and the fire damage did not work on the magma
Very
Mephits.
good. Told
So,
me that it is.
okay.
Yeah, that was when we were in the.
It was the beetle, and then she
one
walked up
fucking
and
place that
like
we still gotta go
fly
back to,
swatter
right?
swapped it.
Ah,
Yeah, the old the black pudding place. That's an 11 on the wisdom save there. So
okay.
which one were you targeting?
The one beside Claudia,
Okay.
is it missing any hit points?
Yeah, Claudia
yeah.
just whacked it.
Sweet.
Missing 7.
Randy,
Yo.
you got to add a black pudding to your space campaign because Dottie never got his revenge with Tig.
I mean,
Look, we don't
we'll see what
have to
happens.
do all that.
That-
I'm already fighting armor-eating aliens that
yeah.
shoot poison and shit. Like, I don't need extra bullshit for that.
Yeah.
That is
No. That one's
He's already in the process of murdering most of my characters. We don't need to add another one on there.
It'll be 9 necrotic.
9 necrotic. This guy's looking weak. Not dead, but looking pretty bloodied.
Okay.
Do you have a bonus action, or you want to move anymore, or?
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at for now and
Okay.
call it my turn.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Claudia, the Mephit that you smacked is going to try to claw you back.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay. So it will miss. However, the second one is going to come in on your flank and try to do the same. But a 16 didn't hit, so that means a 15 is not going to hit either.
No.
And we move to Bon.
All right, I'm going to aim at this Mythic that has taken less damage.
Okay.
And I try to fire an arrow at it.
Okay. Send it. The 13 connects.
Hell yeah. Fucking 1, damn. Fucking 1 and 1, really?
Wow.
Okay, so we
3
have
piercing, 1 psychic.
3 piercing, 1 psychic. Any movement or bonus action for you?
I'm just kind of yelling at them to get out of there.
Okay. Riven, that'll bring us to you, sitting up there in the doorway. You took off after Bond's direction. You see Jimmery's following suit. Claudia's moving that direction, but stop to take a swing at the creature. Yeah.
It's not looking like everybody else is going to be making it as quick as I am, so I'm going to be stepping out and trying to help them out a little bit. I'm going to hit this one, the one that's taking a little bit more damage,
Mhm.
seeing that weaker. I'm going to try to finish it off before it gets another round.
Sure, sure.
Let's see if I hit it.
Eldritch Blast, I assume?
Yes.
Yes, that Eldritch Blast is well conjured enough to bring it in. And 6 force damage is enough to make it start to glow. Claudia, I'm going to need you to make me a dex save.
Oh,
Oh
no.
boy.
This is being a level 1 adventurer. Maybe I should add some more experience.
11.
11, you narrowly dodge out of the way of the burst of flames. The save plus your fire resistance brings your total taken damage to 2. As this mephit is exploded. And that's it. Okay. Chimmery, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm gonna try and hit the other method with Icy Slow, which is
Okay.
just Frostbolt.
Okay. Do I need to make a save or is that a to hit?
Nah, that's a to hit, and that's also a nat 20.
Hey, roll me that crit, dog. Roll me that D100 and some damage.
Oh, that's really good on damage. That was 14 damage.
Yeah.
My movement speed is reduced by 10, but I only got a 10 on the D100, so that's not going to do anything.
Yeah, there's definitely no extra flourish about it. But Claudia, I'm gonna need you to make me another dex save as this one falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hit him. Oh no, I'm sorry.
That
That's fail.
So, given your resistance, you will take 2 points of damage.
God, I'll be damned.
And with that, silence permeates the building once again. Aside from the bubbling of lava and the thumping of the building, I guess I don't know.
He like pulls out his notebook and he's like, "Killing people is also bad?" Question mark.
Yes, also bad.
No, absolutely not.
If only he saw last night. Killing
Half
people
out
is
of
bad.
being an adventurer is killing people.
Every one of you gets 44 experience points.
What? I'm 6 experience away from leveling up.
I'm just playing it how it says it.
Will take a moment and use her channel divinity to channel divinity preserve life. Who is below half their hit points right now?
Nobody.
I'm actually good for once.
Okay.
I'm close. I'm not there yet.
All right. I was going to, but I won't then.
Are you okay?
I'm down 10 hit points, but I got 31, so I was like, wait, I had to do my math over and go, wait, I gotta lose 6 more in order to use it again. To use it. Yeah, I can't restore a creature to no more than half of its hit point maximum. So, I can't even use it on myself.
Well, I sadly don't have any more healing.
I still got plenty of healing. I got 5 spell slots still, and I got that channel divinity to use later if necessary. So.
All right, let's march on.
Guidance? Anybody need more guidance? Guidance? Before
Nice.
we go into the next room, who wants the guidance? Speak now, or I use it on myself.
This room looks familiar.
Yeah, you can just use it on yourself. Right now, it really seems like a waste on me.
As you guys make your way down the hallway and into the next room, the room you're in now is very similar to the one you began in when you were
Went too far.
shifted into the Fungeon. There are 2 large statues stand in front of you. Behind them, a teleportation circle can be seen. To your right, right here, you see 2 large and heavy doors. Signage on them reads "Maintenance crew only. All others out." Um,
Okay, statues bad, books bad, killing bad guys bad. Are circles also bad?
No, killing good bad guys good.
But killing bad guys was just bad.
Killing bad guys when you're near them is bad.
I'd like to cast Mage Hand.
Okay, he scratches out something and then writes that in its place.
Claudia is going to investigate the maintenance store.
I rolled
go
investigation
ahead.
on these statues, but I don't have good investigation.
The
I don't
statues
think good.
the statues appear to be identical to the ones that were in the greeting room. Um, uh, Purely looking ceremonial. Um, as far as Claudia's investigation of the door goes, um,
I also had the guidance on me earlier.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there
go
it goes.
ahead.
All right, there you go.
Cool.
13.
Um, uh, there is like flashes of light coming from underneath the door. Um, but it appears to be just a regular standard door.
It hasn't been like tampered with or broken or
Does the
because
door
that's what I
feel
was
like
kind
it's
of looking
locked?
into.
Yeah, no, it doesn't appear to be broken or anything. Just
Okay.
just
I was saying,
closed.
does it feel locked?
Can I do an arcana check to look at the door and the statues?
Sure.
Because I don't know if the teleportation circle's on, but we are in here to get into the maintenance area.
Your Arcana check tells you that the doors are just standard doors. The statues are also not like uh putting out different types of magic or anything. They're just kind of more lighting up the area. And the teleportation circle, you are looking at it and you're like, I don't know, should work, but mm, that's kind of off.
Okay, so there's nothing in my notes about circles, but so far the door looks like it is a door, and the statues don't look like bad statues this time.
That's good investigation. And a good assumption.
And then Claudia pulls out a candy to give to the little birdie.
You don't have a mouse? My mom always gave me mouses.
Here, and she hands him one of her healing potions. Just in case.
It's not a mouse. But thank you.
No, but yeah, that's you need it, honey.
I'd like to open the door with my mage hand, the maintenance door.
As soon as
So
I see that mage hand, I'm stepping back.
it's like a double door. Do you open the one to the west or the east?
Let's do the east. East queast.
I'm gonna turn invisible.
Yeah, if anybody would like to do anything before
Fly straight up.
fly straight up, perfect.
I will ready a sacred flame just in case anything comes through that door.
If anything
Okay.
comes through the door, you got it.
Okay, very good.
Okay,
That's
that is actually a good idea. I will ready my freezy slow.
If anything comes through the door,
Yep.
If anything attacks one of us, I'll hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
perfect.
Actually, yeah, can I change it to if anything aggressively comes out and attacks us? Because I don't want to light somebody innocent on fire.
Sure. Ermac, you open the door with your mage hand, and there is like a roar coming from inside, and you see like uh the flash of like a bright flame. From your angle, you can't quite see what is making that yet. But if you go there, you see inside this giant, well, it's not giant, it's a large flame elemental banging on this looks to be like an arcane apparatus of some sort. The
How the hell did a flame elemental get in here?
but
I think it might be those cultists again.
Seems to be their MO, but that would be something Tig would know, not my character.
You see Claudia do kind of a shrug, like she doesn't know about any cultists right now.
Oh, you were definitely with us, weren't you? For the
no, Allie
That
was.
was Sunflower.
Flynn. Yeah, that was Allie's character.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. Claudia has only been on 3 adventures. It was the no, 4. 4. She's been on 4. Slubs, Space Adventure, we had to go to a temple with the newbie. I had to go to a temple with the newbies and
Yeah, and I remember it was Tig, um, uh, the paladin, Allie's character, and the berserker.
yeah. Claudia's been chilling at the guild hall.
No, I think Claudia went on our second trip back after we had already killed all the cultists.
No, that was Allie, because Allie went on the second trip. She wasn't in the first.
No, Allie was with us on the first trip. Then
Yeah,
we
Allie
all
was
went
with
back
on both
to
of
get
them.
more people.
Oh, okay.
Was I there with the cultists? I don't.
Because it was the temple that you're talking about where we had to
Well, yeah,
fight like elementals and stuff like
you
that.
guys had killed off all the cultists before you went back, if I remember right. There was just still.
It was just a whole bunch of elementals that we had to
Yeah.
deal with that we couldn't handle.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't think
I'm
I
wrong.
was there for that because I don't remember elementals.
There were some other cultists hidden on the other side, I think. Because then after we killed them, we got caught in that confusion thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
Either
then
way,
Ashlyn wasn't even there and saved us all.
roll initiative.
Tig pretended to be that one dude and
Oh yeah.
kept saying his name wrong.
Yep.
I just remember chasing around. Like my last adventure was chasing a snail around the room with my God dang my initiative. Keeps
got a
going
nat
up by
1.
1. I kept
This
chasing.
is how I roll when I'm a player.
Yeah, I kept chasing a.
That's what we said.
Yeah, it was a giant hermit crab around a room with my spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
the
was
last
Aaron's
adventure
first
Claudia
mission.
went
He died
on.
the next mission.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Which I think was
Okay.
absolutely hilarious. It
God,
dashes
Riven,
away. My sword
Riven and
chases
Ermac
it.
have just been speeding.
Got a 20. Bond got. Oh, yeah. Turn order didn't show up. Well, Riven, you feel this blast of heat come out of the room as Ermac opens the door. You are the first one to um, move as nothing comes out. Um, but for the sake of what happens next, Riven, you're up.
Actually, look at this. Big decisions. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna move 15 feet over. Still don't really see anything. I'm gonna hold my action. I'll stay right there. I'll hold my action if I can see the threat anytime soon. I'll hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Um, that brings us to Ermac. You definitely have eyes on the situation and what's going on in there. What do you do?
I'm gonna magic missile at second level, all towards the flame elemental.
Oh yeah.
So I get 4 of those, I believe. Yes. So 4. So that's 16 damage in total.
Oh yeah.
And I am going to leave my mage hand holding the door open, and I'm going to bolt to the corner of the room.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Bon, you're standing there next to the door. You just saw Ermac like pew 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 into the door. What do you do?
Um, First, I'm going to take a step over and see what's in the room.
Valid.
Holy shit, that's a big room. I wouldn't expect it to be that big. I kind of want to go in there, but also kind of don't want to be in there.
They're all valid points.
Does the creature look like it has eyes?
Uh, yeah, it does.
We kind of want to sneak up.
I mean, you are invisible right now too, so
And I'm going to use color spray.
Color spray, okay. That will drop your visibility.
Invisibility, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, that was not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell because it's red, and I'm looking at the dice.
Oh, is it red?
Mm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like you just pissed it off.
Fuck it too.
Do you have a bonus action you'd like to use, sir? Or any more movement?
I got 5 feet.
Send it, dog. It is the elemental's turn. As it comes up and starts swinging on you. Does a 9 hit? Nope. Okay. But a 23 will, I assume, yeah?
No, not right now. I don't feel like it.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever you feel like it, you take 13 points of fire damage.
Holy.
Ow.
Um,
Claudia! I could use that heal now.
coincidentally,
You hear a God damn
it Claudia, it is your turn next as you
Alright.
watched Ermac go pew 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 pew, and Bond's like, "Yep, I'm gonna go see what's up in here," and you hear this shit and and then you peel around the corner and you just see this elemental just punching Bond right across the face.
Oh.
Smells like barbecue.
Oh.
Jake is
Yeah.
so dumb that I'm like a fire dragon and I don't get fire resistance until much later.
I can't. Damn it! I can't cast a spell as an action and then do a bonus action heal, can I?
As long as one of those spells is a cantrip, you can do that.
Okay.
But yeah, can't
Damn it.
cast 2 leveled spells.
Yeah. Kind of figured. It's a risky move, but I want to take it just so it might buy us some time. Cause that's a big ass fire elemental.
I will say it looks weak. Like it doesn't look like straight up through the fire and flame Dragon Force guitar solo strong.
Okay. Ugh.
It's quite powerful.
Take it.
It is.
It's like well, I can't see Bond, so
Mm.
that's the problem. He has to be in my line of sight for me to do healing word. So I'm gonna go with my original
No,
plan.
Bon, you don't get to go back around there.
No, I wasn't. I was just being like, hey, I'm here.
It's like, where am I? Where are you? So what Claudia's gonna do is cast blind and deafness on it. Blind deafness spell.
Ooh. Is that a
Oh,
wisdom?
look good. You just have one that you don't have to actually try to roll for. Yeah.
Is that a wisdom
Well,
save?
no, that is a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay. And
Yeah.
the DC is
12.
well 7.
Oh no.
7 is my save there. So
It is blind.
perfect.
It works.
You're welcome.
It's still just punching me because I'm in the same spot.
And then I will cast my cantrip Toll of the Dead. Oh, wait. That's not a bonus action. That's an action. Never mind.
Yep. Okay.
That's next turn. After Claudia does that, she's going to go, it can't see, and quietly backs away.
Perfect. After that, it is Chimmery.
All right. He swoops down to the doorway. He goes, "Oh man, I don't like this one," and he casts the yucky hand, which is the shit chill touch. Nine's not gonna do it.
9 will not.
This is why I don't like it. And then flies back up.
Oh, at the end of the elemental's turn, it can make a Constitution saving throw to see if it gets its sight back.
Ooh, okay. That's a nat 1 on the save, so it's. Oh, it wasn't even his turn anyway. It is Riven's turn.
All I can smell is burnt flesh from inside the room, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like step up to that doorway. That'll give me 20 right there. That I can definitely see him now, and I'm gonna try to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Yes, sir.
Does a 14 hit?
14 will hit.
Nice. Give me big damn. Oh, come on.
It takes the blast.
I'm a little shook. It's got a human face. Okay.
Yes.
And then I'll use my 10 feet to back away.
Okay. Ermac, you're next. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up to Riven and like just in case, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as my last friend that I met, and then I'm gonna hit him with Spider Climb.
Okay.
That's my action.
I'm like ready.
And I'll let him know that he can walk on walls.
Alright.
And I will use my movement to get back in this hallway.
It's like, get on out there and be somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, old man gets his out of my butt and tells me I can
You
walk.
got this.
Now. Okay.
Yeah.
Bond, that brings us to you.
Eyes on the prize. Get up there and do something.
I don't know. We might be best friends now.
Might save your life, maybe.
I mean, I'll at least look cool if I die.
Exactly.
Sorry about that. Rearranging my seating arrangement.
It's all good.
Is it still blind?
Yeah.
Thank God.
It is gonna violently swing. It has disadvantage because it is blind.
It can hear you.
Yeah. The 6 is not gonna be enough to actually wrong modifier. Sorry. 8 is not gonna be enough. So you make it.
I just clumsily come stumbling out of there with like burn marks on my face.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't look good, dear.
So you don't have to spell it out for me. I'm
You're
gonna
welcome.
turn and tiredly notch back an arrow.
And you send it flying, I assume. 15 hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pitching for psychic.
Oh, Bond, do you need me to get all touchy healy? Which is the name of my cure wounds spell.
God damn it. I would appreciate a heal, but please don't call it that.
Yeah, for real. From a child, that doesn't sound right.
What, I touch him and then I heal him. It's touchy healy.
It's called it's called cure wounds.
Yeah, well, there's names for these things. We'll discuss it later.
Claudia says it's called fix thy boo boos.
Oh no, Mom said I should never talk about boobs.
Oh God, it came out.
Well, yeah, because we're all making noise.
It is going to just come out into what it believes to be the center of the room,
Wait,
and
isn't that door still closed?
I mean, it's a fire elemental. It can just go through the.
It'll burn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can just.
It's on fire.
But yeah, he just starts swinging wildly. He's gonna swing at Claudia and Riven, both with disadvantage. Claudia, that's a miss. 16, does that hit Riven?
It does hit. Well, do I still have my shield?
Nope.
It's been a while. Okay, yeah, that does hit.
Do you still have your Agatha?
Shield of Faith lasts 10 minutes. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I still have 4 of the 5 hit points I got earlier.
That's good because you're about to take 12 points of fire damage.
Oh God, he's a warlock.
As a direct shock from the flailing backhand comes in.
I'm still up
and makes a connection.
Oh God.
Claudia, you are next to act.
All right. He's still blind, right?
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1 on that save.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to let's see here. Bon, you're not looking too good still, right?
I'm at 5, but our new bird friend says he can heal me.
Well, I
mean, if you want to use your thing too, I mean, I'm totally fine with that.
If
Him
Bon
really-
or Riven get hit again, there is a chance that they will get dropped.
Okay.
Yes, Riven definitely needs heals.
Okay. All right. Well, I have 20 hit points I can divvy out here to both of you, so that would be 10 each. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity spell. So you both get 10 hit points.
Hey.
Do you have 10, Riven?
I'm down 8 right now.
You just took 12 hits. 12 points, right?
Yeah, but I had 4 from my Armor of Agathes earlier.
Yeah, he had some temps.
Yeah, so I had.
So what's your max?
It's 16 because I leveled up.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And technically, isn't your divine thing not a spell but an action, a class action?
It's an action, yeah.
So how much HP did I get?
10.
10. Okay.
You both get 10 each. Because you tore the
would
hurt
technically be able to cast a spell.
Well, as long as it was a bonus action, because she used her action to do the Channel Divinity. But if you have a bonus action spell, you can do that.
Actually, I wasn't going to use a bonus action. I was going to hit it with my mace.
But your Channel Divinity.
Yeah, your Channel Divinity is an action, though.
That's right.
The healing word.
I have healing. Well, I do have healing word, but I wanted to get both of them up, so just to be on the safe side. I'm just gonna quietly move away from the elemental.
Okay, it is thrashing about, so it's gonna be swinging at you. It'll have disadvantage on its reaction.
Okay, that's fine.
13, does that hit?
Oh, that misses. I'm an 18.
Yeah, so
yay for
that is
clunky chainmail armor and a shield.
Yeah.
Clerics are really nice for getting that chainmail.
After that, we have Chimere.
All right, so you're still pretty far down, right, Dom?
He's about half.
I'm about half, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Appreciate giving you
drop
50
down to
hit.
the ground behind you, and like my wings fold out, and they like put on each of your shoulders, and one of my flight feathers falls off. And as it does, it turns into light, and that's my touchy healy, which is cure wounds.
Go ahead and
like you're a
roll that.
phoenix.
Yep, 5 health.
And did you want to move any more, or okay, you're moving?
Yeah, I want to fly up as high as I can and go over.
Okay, so you're about 10 feet off the ground right now. If you went and landed and then moved again.
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be able to get too high up, but
Okay, that brings us back to Riven.
Well, yeah, let's do it. I am. We go 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of spinning around him. As I do it, I'm going to draw my blade.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm going to give a swing on it with my longsword.
Yeah, because I made him use his reaction.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does.
Sweet. Oh, I can. I'm flanking, right? Can I attack?
Yeah. Try to get that crit.
Let me fish a little bit. What you got? Nope, that's not going to do it.
Nope.
Denied. But I get 5 slashing damage as I spin around to give him a little the sword action.
Hell yeah, he takes it like a chump champ. And do you have any bonus action you want to do, or?
No, I'm gonna hold him.
Okay. In that case, we will move to Ermac, sitting there in the doorway, seeing this elemental come charging out, swinging around. What are you gonna do, Doc?
I'm gonna magic missile first level.
Okay.
That is 11.
That is a solid magic missile, though.
It is. It is.
it really was.
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and that'll be the end of my turn. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. I mean, when you guys first encountered this thing, it was not, looking super prime. It's definitely looking like it's towards the end of its ropes right now. On you're up next.
All right. Living on prayer. I drop my longbow, pull out my short sword, and go for a stab.
Send it.
With advantage.
Yeah, you do have advantage. The 23 will hit either way.
Gonna get that crit.
Nope. But yeah, go ahead and make that swing for me. Okay.
3 piercing, 2 psychic.
Okay. It is the elemental's turn. Once again, do you want to do anything else?
No, I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. The elemental, feeling the hits from both sides again, just does his thing. He's gonna swing at Riven and Bond. Disadvantage on both. Riven is gonna miss. Bond is going to miss as well as it continues to swing wildly. Claudia,
Uh-huh.
you're up.
All right. I am going to do Toll of the Dead. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Sweet.
And it's also still blind.
Yep. And it's taking damage, so
D12
oh hell yeah!
Very
Nice.
good.
Nice.
with a roaring howl, or a howling roar. Well, however you want to spin that. English is cool. The fire elemental turns to steam and evaporates before your guys' eyes. All it leaves behind is a small glass shard containing but a fraction of its power.
Oh, I've heard about these. I want to pick it up and hand it to Ermac.
I'm gonna put it in my component pouch.
Claudia just like, I roasted it. Shouldn't I get that?
I mean, if you want the spoils, yeah, I'm assuming Ermac would gladly hand it over, but I also think it would do best in his inventory.
Well, also, I just want to ask as a player, would Lesser Restoration work on Airmac? It does it does cure the condition to be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
I would say, yeah, you can
Okay.
get some magical healing on yourself.
Wait, what
Sure.
happened to Ermac? What? Was he
Ermac
slow?
can't
An ear.
hear.
His
Yeah.
ear.
Oh,
He didn't actually lose an ear, but he got his eardrum like blown out.
oh, okay.
Oh,
So
all right, that's not how you described it to us.
Even better.
You described it as though he got his ear cleaved clean off, and you said one of his side of his head
Oh,
was clean smooth.
Yeah, I did. So yeah,
Yeah.
he is in fact missing an ear, but you could fix that. You could restorate
yeah,
his ear.
Claudia's gonna go Airmac. Start listening, for God's sakes, for Apollo's
Airmac?
sake.
Huh?
And touches the set of head, casts Lesser Restoration.
All right. So, is anything going on in here?
Inside the room down there, you guys see a machine that is like kind of rumbling, like it's still working, but it is damaged. Yeah.
Anybody know mending? If not, then we got to turn it off.
I mean, do we know if this is the machine? Is this the machine?
It is kind of chugging along like a dryer after like a long night at a like some party, and you just hear like making some tribal music. Just like
Is this where the heartbeat kind of sound was coming from?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, we definitely got to deal with this. Is there a lever or anything like a so that we can close the air in it and off, or?
Go ahead and make me an investigation.
I will assist in Ermac's role.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll assist in somebody else that has intellect.
Step aside, gentlemen.
Claudia, I fixed the ability to hear.
We're the neighbors that walk over as you're working on the car, and we're just being like, "What about over there? What about over there?
So they're holding the flashlight.
Did you check the carburetor? It could be the alternator. You never know."
Is these the things that make the clinky clanks work?
Possibly. We need to get the teleporter working in order to get out of here.
There we go. That's advantage right there.
Yeah.
He starts taking more notes down.
Um,
Clinky clanks are cool.
so you are able to deduce that the machine is definitely not working, as it should. There is also a piece that could be missing.
Oh, the pieces I gave to Ermac.
Where's the piece that's missing? What does it look like?
Well, we could make an Arcana check and try to figure that out, as it's a magical piece of
Ooh.
machinery.
Guidance.
I know things about that.
I have
I have
Arcana.
lots of notes. He starts pulling out like books with his like notes all in them.
I have a +2 in Arcana. I can give somebody the help action with that if they want.
Yeah,
I want to. I want to help Shimmery.
Okay, I'll help
I'm
you,
also
Ermac.
guidance because I'm right there.
Come out black face and like, yep, it's broken, guys.
uh,
I got a 22.
Shimmer, you are able to, like, you just have a different angle on the situation. Like Airmax, like looking at the top, and you're like down there on the bottom, like this is broken. Um, and it looks like these like slots of like fuse slots, and they all look like little glass pieces, but one is missing.
Hey, did we see some glass pieces when we were in here? He just like leans backwards and pokes his head out from underneath everything. I think I found where one goes.
I tried to sneakily slide the crystal in behind Chimmery as he's talking.
Roll me sleight of hand, and
No.
Shimmery, roll me perception.
Oh, he's not a perceptive fellow. Like he
Oh
is
no.
one of the oblivious to the world.
So like, yeah, Ermac
And
just like
drink
kind of
innocence.
puts his arm like on your shoulders and is like, I don't know, as he like pops it into place down there. Um it's kind of like you definitely get it, and you like let go. And it's still not like working all the way. Uh Shimmer, you like look back and you're like, uh and you just like push it up
Um,
into, like, plug it in all the way.
Oh
Um
my god, magic is crazy. It just put
and
itself back in here, guys. That's insane. And just click it all the way in. It's not good at fixing itself though, but that should do it.
uh the machine itself goes from like this kind of chaotic state into a like non-critical state. Um
is the
and
thumping gone?
what's that?
Is the thumping gone?
Yeah, the thumping is gone, and like almost like a set of controls like kind of pops back up onto the top. Um Given your guys' passives and stuff like that, you guys are able to turn the machine off essentially, without like breaking it. Um, and you also are able to activate the teleportation circle, which is also powered by the machine. Um,
Hooray! Let's go get paid.
Good job,
yeah,
Chimmery.
Okay, hold on one second. He's got another fresh notebook out and he's like flying all around the machine, like sketching it and like writing stuff down. He goes, I want to learn how to do the clinky clink stuff. This is cool. I like it.
I lean into Shimmery and like, and make sure you always tell him it's free out hose, because that's like we actually charge him an extra 50 gold for that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Wait, we charge money for this?
Yes?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
all blocking it.
yes, we charge
Adventurers
money.
don't
Okay,
work for free, dear.
adventurers don't work for free. Got it. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'll make sure I tell my teacher about this.
Don't tell your teacher about this. They will correct you.
Oh, so don't tell my teacher stuff. What
Walk
kind of
by.
stuff? Okay. And he starts just walking along next to you, actually not flying, and he's just got his notebook out. He's like, so what should I not tell my teacher about today?
yeah.
I, I walk by Chimmery and I pat him on the shoulder and like, welcome to adventuring, my boy.
Did I do good?
You did good.
Hey, cool. I only
Cool.
died twice. Good.
No,
Dying twice
no,
is
you
okay.
you did not die twice. You just got knocked unconscious
Oh,
twice.
that's never happened before.
'Cause
Yes.
I've never died
You
before.
you went to sleep, dear, and then I woke you up.
Oh. But I wasn't tired.
No, you were exhausted physically. You'll learn it in school, and she just picks him up, puts him on her shoulder, and just like, let's go.
So one by
He's
one,
writing in his notes. He goes, "Sometimes you get tired for no reason."
one by
No,
one,
you get
you
beat up.
guys step onto the teleportation circle, and find yourself back in the lobby in which you started, with the doors to the outside open, and um, Reginald just standing there like, oh yes, it's brilliant, great, oh, d- thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he pulls out 100 gold, and each of you gain 100 gold, as well as 200 experience points.
Yeah.
Reach.
Hesitate the gold.
Awesome.
I'm gonna smile at him, but the smile does not go beyond my mouth. It is like straight eye to eye look.
137.
I like kind of whisper in Liz's ear or Claudia's ear, and I'm like, "So he's moving his hands. Is he saying different stuff with his hands at the same time, or is he trying to cast magic or something?" I'm
So
trying to write down the hand signals, and is that important?
Dottie.
Um,
I mean, not Dottie. I'm sorry, Randy.
Yo.
So because of my past experience with elementals so far,
Mm-hmm.
um, would I be able to tell that that the thing, the batteries he has his machine running on, are a dangerous source of energy?
Um, you get the sense that should things it's definitely being powered by elemental magic, the machine down there. um uh yeah, that's something that you know. um do you bring that up while you're talking to him, or
Yes, I definitely want to bring that up.
what do you say?
I'm basically saying I basically just want to warn him, tell him how dangerous it is, and that if it gets out of hand more than it did this time, then it could ruin the city.
Hearing you mention the elemental engine down there, um the there's a town guard whose ear perks up, and he comes walking over, um and he's like, what are you talking about, this magic stuff's going on down there? Tell me more, tell me more.
Well, I don't really understand how it works, but I know elemental energy is really dangerous.
What was it like down there? What happened?
we fought a fire elemental.
You fought a what?
Fire elemental.
you he like
Big
looks.
bestial thing covered in flames.
It was like roar, and then it was like smash, but it
he
didn't do very good because I don't think it could see.
he looks over at Reginald, and you guys hear the guard inform Reginald that the dueling knight, uh, is, aka the Fungeon, is to be closed until further notice while they investigate the proper use of elemental magic within city limits. Um, as that happens, Reginald just goes ultra dramatic, inconsolable, falling on the ground. Um, but the guard motions a couple other guards over, and they each pay you guys 24 or 25 extra gold pieces for supplying them information for illegal wrongdoings, whether you meant to or not. Um,
Hey, they got money for making someone cry? Is that a thing we do too as
No,
adventurers?
no, no, no. We turned him into the authorities for doing something illegal. That's what
Oh,
we
is that why they're all wearing matching outfits?
Yes, they're guards.
Ah.
And with that, we are going to end tonight's session. Congratulations on guys making it through the Fungeon.
Survived to level 2.
Yes.
Oof. Yeah, that was rough.
I
I
will
got swatted
say
out of the air a lot of times.
I am just going to say never dump Constitution, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think
Never.
I have it at 10, but like I
That's
literally, even if I were to put any one, even when I had it up to 3, it only brought me up to 9.
yeah, but 9 would have saved your life both times.
Yeah.
Like you got hit for 6 twice and went down.
Claudia will also give her little owl student another potion
You already gave me one. Why do I need so many of these?
until you're a little stronger, dear.
And then Riven gives him a brochure.
Uh yeah, with that I mean Chimmery and Riven, both you guys are invited back to the guild, where you are fully healed up and introduced to the guild master and things like that, where you're thanked for your services and given official, got yourself a membership card.
Hey, hey, look.
I see.
I'm part of the team.
Mm-hmm. You're part of the team now.
Ruben, I think we should have a talk about your magic.
Do I
Yeah,
have a
I
bedroom?
think
Because
that
I
might
have
be.
nowhere to stay.
Um,
I think that might be quite productive. In fact, actually, I might recognize you a little bit. And out of game or out of character, I have the criminal spy background, so I might actually know you from your reputation in another place.
Yeah.
That is true.
So
That's awesome.
you and I can have a very long conversation about a lot of things.
Okay. Yeah.
but hey, Ermac can now hear again thanks to Claudia.
Yes.
Realizing at the very end, why didn't he do? Um, well, we
Yeah.
gotta fix that right now.
Yeah.
For anybody watching on Twitch right now, thank you. We appreciate you. We support you, and thank you for supporting us. If you want to watch anything from previous, head over to our YouTube. Links down in the thing. You can also just search Dungeon Oasis streams, and it will pop up that way as well. Join us on Discord, hang out with us, play with us, and till next time, we'll see you later.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night.
Yeah.
Two a.m. Some
Bye.
of us need to go to bed.